Hello, everybody. Welcome in. It is I, your most beloved Marin Margrave of the Ghost Town, Matilda Portier, or you can just call me Mettie. We're continuing on with my Vtuber model for my friend Lucien. And if you've noticed, if you've watched the last one, or you were there for it, and especially for the ending, you've noticed that I've colored the face. And in fact, I did very briefly consider working on this more. And as you can see, I did not actually do much. I just finished, I think, a bit more bangs, and then I just colored the face, so not much at all. And right now we're just doing flat colors. Nothing too serious so far. Still taking it easy, taking it simple. In fact, right now I'm actually going to switch down. Head. Well, it's back of the head. I want to color the neck. Oh, there we are. And with necks, it is important to actually bring it up past where the face is by quite a bit, because when you're rigging it, it can allow a lot more maneuverability. So, picking up a lot. Also, I have finally reached affiliate ever since Twitch changed. What can be recognized as affiliate? So, we now actually, I'm not sure how many have been passed, but we actually have a few emojis that I've done. Jester, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. You're alive, I'm also alive. Well, I mean, I am a ghost, so I am indeed still roaming about as an undead. Yes, that is true. But I'm glad that you're alive, Jester. Are you still having the problem with my streams? The error 1000, or has that been cleared up? Alright, there's the neck. Let me go in and color. Also, I can see a streak of transparency there. That's not good. I'll have to go to the ear layer and put that in. Let's go down. Actually, let's go up. Looks like it's only the left ear. I'll switch to a thicker brush. Patches! Real live chat? Yeah, hell yeah. Welcome in, Patches. I hope you're doing well. Also, I do apologize. There are going to be ads this stream, most likely, because I did finally get affiliate. So, be warned, be ready for that. Nope, I went to Twitch office, snapped their neck, and forced them to fix it. I mean, based on the error of an error 1000, you just have to make sure that you don't have too many ad blocks on, amongst other things. It's pretty fixable. Though it can come about in a few ways. Alright. I can see a few dots there at the very edge, so might as well go in and do that. Right ear. No, you're all good? Hell yeah. I hope you've been doing well, Patches, and you too, Jester. I hope that luck has been favoring you. And I hope that you've been having a pretty good day today. And if it is morning for you, I hope that the rest of your day goes insanely well. Followage? I don't have that command, unfortunately, Jester. Oh, interesting. That is right. I'd have to actually put it back head. I need to have the ponytail actually in the... Wait. I'm gonna have to move these layers. I'm actually going to put... Right, that's right there. I'll have the horns in the behind ear actually in the face section, I suppose, and then I'll have to move all of this behind the clothes. Oh, also Jester. Oh my god, Patches, you subscribed? Holy fuck, thank you. Thank you so much for the sub. Holy shit. Also Jester, I've stopped using she, her pronouns. I've decided against it because it doesn't suit me. So if you use she, her, I won't respond to them at all. I need a night or a way to Xbox. I try to set up Nightbot, but something too is like, I have a few commands done, but I mean, what does follow age even do? There's a few of them should work, but I was doing some troubleshooting with, you know, and for some reason we could not get them to work. Yeah, Nightbot should be in chat. Feel free to mess around with it. Oh, it shows you how long someone's been I see. I think for me, I'd like to avoid having a lot of commands. Alright, so that works. Can you guys see my name and see how long I've been here? Yeah, I can see. Following since July 30th, 2025. That's how long you've been following, Jester. Thank you for following so long. Alright, the Discord is working. That's good. I still gotta go in and set up more commands, I guess, but I don't know. I don't know what is, like, necessary or what I want in the stream, because I don't want it to be too interactive, I suppose. I mean, follow age would be useful. I think that's cool. Fourth month isn't that long. But I am very grateful for it though, regardless. My Kami-oshi that I follow, it's coming up on 4 years that I followed him. And then I think the longest person I've ever been following that's a VTuber is 5.5 years? 5 years? But considering I haven't been around long, well, 4 months is quite a bit. Thank you guys so much for sticking around with me. I really actually do appreciate it. And I like hanging out and chatting with you guys. Alright, hopefully that's good. I mean, I could bring it down more. Gotta also move the lapel up. The neck should below the jacket. But not below the torso. Actually, I should keep the neck separated from the rest of the body. Why are you causing chaos? Patch Stones has an 8% chance of chaos? Oh my gosh. That's so cool. Trying to sweet talk us? No, I mean, I'm always thankful. I'm always trying to be grateful. That's something that, like, I very much believe that even when you're talking to people at the grocery store, it's important to be able to show appreciation for other people and other human beings. It's easy to, when you are focusing a lot on negative things and being worried about other people, or, you know, not trying to think of all the good ways people have interacted with you or how they can, I mean, it can make you a lot more lonely, and it can also make you a lot of more mental problems start occurring. So it's important to be kind. From now on, you can let me know what commands, and I can make them on the spot. I can also edit commands to make them more unique, like adding the person's name to the lyric. Nice! Hell yeah. Feel free, I guess, if there's any commands that you want to add that you feel are important, feel free to make them, Patches. I don't know. When I usually watch streams, I'm mostly just a lurker or a basic chatter, so commands, having chat be more interactive, that's a lot more foreign to me. I'll add a follow age, or attempt to. First try, guys. Trust me, I trust you, Patches. You got this. Remote server return code 404 not found. Oh. Alright, second try. You got this, Patches. I believe in you. Alright. Move this down. Yeah, neck has to be behind the lapel. Probably over the torso as well. There's a little white dot there. Neck. This is the empty layer. Can delete those. But I just look over and Patches is struggling so bad to set up that command. Oh no, Patches. Actually, since I'm shading the skin right now, I should probably go over and... Alright, not jacket. It should be torso. I should do more of the skin that is exposed on this model. Moving it down like this. Okay, I give up for now. No worries, Patches. Thank you for trying. And luckily too, like follow age is something that, like, luckily you can just see it by clicking on your account, so there's no necessary rush for it either. Thank you for trying. Alright, move this down. And then I should also probably do the hands next. And I also have to put more details on the rows too. That should be left hand. But why is the left hand over the forearm? You have to tuck that underneath. That's something too is that this drawing is actually mostly for practice than anything this model. Of course, if Locian decides to use it, that would be awesome. However, I just want to practice working on VTuber models. So there's gonna be flaws, it's still gonna be messy, it's not gonna be perfect. Not even remotely close. But it's for me to get used to the workflow of it. Huh? The moderator provided in the request is not logged into the application. Oh, you figured out the issue? Interesting. I have no clue how commands even work on Twitch, so thank you for troubleshooting. But don't push yourself too hard, okay? Alright, I want to below the jacket and the lapels. Right there should be good. And we can use bucket tool to make that quick. If they want to clean up some of the lines though. Having stray little lines and dots is not very good when you transfer it to live duty. I would need to have access on your Nightbot profile to add it to the mod, but you can add it yourself later, I believe, just fine. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Alright, try it now. I just added you as someone who can manage it. So hopefully you can do that now. I want to test one more time. I had an epiphany. You can. Hopefully that allows it. Damn it. Alright, let me see. It has not logged into the application. Let me see how I can do that. How to add Nightbot. Alright. Managers. But the moderator has to copy. Wait, new manager. Alright. Submit. How does that make sense? So I added you as one of the Nightbot managers for my account. It says there has to be something on your end too, which I don't understand. I'll work it out later. Okay. No worries. Alright. I'll try not to fidget too much with your settings. Ah, it's fine. That's the thing though, is that like, when it comes down to commands, I mean, it's really more for the people in chat than for me in a lot of ways, so I don't know. I've talked about before that one of the reasons why I would actually consider streaming on YouTube is because there isn't anything like commands or a lot of the little doohickeys, I suppose you could call them, on Twitch. Because I'm like, I don't know, I struggle to understand the appeal in a lot of ways, or why they should be. But I suppose that's also just because I'm not used to Twitch in a lot of ways. Going to make the leaves dark. Give a bit more of a goth vibe to them. I want to make this rose look better though. Let me look at what a single rose does. How it looks. Oh, that's right, that's right. It kind of like curls, it folds. Alright. Now I remember how it goes. They have more like kind of sharp edges and then it rolls back like that. And then the center is a lot more defined than your usual sort of bush rose. I used to have a small rose bush that I thought was really quite pretty growing up. That's Lucian's favorite flower is roses. Mine are definitely morning glory though. But I have a soft spot for flowers that grow on vines. I see Lucian will be cured of his color blindness today. He gains color. Yes. He finally is now allowed to have color. Heartbreaking. That's something that I always find really interesting. Oh my god, I cannot draw a rose like this. Ooh. Alright, they kind of go out at the base. I hate. I'm not good at drawing flowers. I was considering drawing like a new like scene that was going to like take place in a courtyard, and I was like, oh, it'd be cool to like for there to be like some greenery, like we could have like hydrangea bushes and gardenias and all these different things. And then I tried drawing a single flower and like painting one, and I was like, I'm going to die. See, I like embroidering flowers, but as soon as it gets to drawing them or painting them, it's like, oh god. Alright, that's his thumbnail. Alright, it's the center of this rose that's looking particularly awful. Alright, let me take a look again. The stock images of these roses are driving me crazy. Alright, let me... You guys get to see the reference that I'm using. I think this is a good one because it's a lighter rose, so I can see the flower petals better. Oh, and these are the emotes. I'm not sure if they're approved yet, but some at Ghosttownmettie emotes. I need to do more, but that's the ones that I made yesterday, last night. I was like, I should probably add some. There's so much I gotta do. I wasn't actually sure when I was going to reach affiliate, now that it's based on average viewers per stream. So I kinda got blindsided by it. Got the notification yesterday, I think, and I was like, what the fuck? Huh? I didn't prepare anything in advance. No! This is why I'm subbed. Hell yeah. I mean, I think I have it just so the followers can. Oh, that's cute. The second one you used is one that Eno did. So the other emotes are currently trying to get approved. Actually, that's cute. I want to make more fan mascot designs, so every like tier will have different ones. Like there's more in each, like, and there's different ones you can get. Like I want to have like an actual like little ghost emote, like to have like a little version of that for people to use. And then I was thinking maybe rats, but I don't know. What would be a good other like fan mascot animal or creature or entity? Could be a little skeleton, a little ghoul maybe. No, I definitely want a ghost of some kind. I am not looking at that ref at all. Alright, the leaves like curve, bend out like that. And it should probably go up a bit more like this. I'm like looking at the petal shape and I'm trying to figure out how it doing that. Why it doing that? There's a lot more of a curve to it. Like this maybe? Maybe when I spent 5 million years drawing this. See, Souls games might be hard, but what is harder is trying to make a drawing look good. Oh my god. Kind of. Maybe like that. I don't know. All right, that's good enough. That's good enough. I'm gonna go crazy. Maybe like that. Kind of want another leaf sticking out over here. All right. The rose and the collar was really, really easy for me to do, but it's actually very inspired off of one of the easiest ways to embroider roses, actually, where you do like where you stitch like several lines. You like draw a circle on the cloth, and then you can sew lines directly from the center of the circle out to the edge, and then you can just weave the embroidery floss up and down, and it ends up creating this really, really beautiful rose design. Let me see if I can show an example. Rose embroidery. Because it also like makes it raised. Like, this is like a very simple example of one, but like this is what it ends up looking like at the end. This is an embroidery technique that makes really easy circular flowers like that. But you can make it more raised, you can change the colors. It's very fun to do those. One of these days I will actually properly get out the embroidery floss and do like some embroidery streams and also explain some stuff, because I feel like that'd be fun to do a tutorial of that. Alright, now that I've colored it, that looks way better. Fuck. I'm also making the petals and the stem red too. And then I should probably add a little bit of a shine on that nail, just so it doesn't sink into the... Yeah. There we go. Alright, it's coming along. Having his head hidden looks so goofy. Alright, bring that back. shading the hands is going to be always interesting. Adding the details I need is important. And I wanted to add, like, that's the thing is that, like, I'm making Losien a total ikemen, so it's like, what matters when it comes down to ikemen, because it has to be, like, handsome sort of guy, is, I mean, when it comes to guys, a lot of things that people care about actually is hands. It's so funny. There's this one artist I really respect on Twitter who also does like comics, Hiromono Sensei. He has really beautiful ways of drawing hands and suits and shoes, and it's funny seeing all the people who just thirst after his artwork. Not that I'm trying to make Losien necessarily somebody people thirst after, but that is like just what comes with well, being handsome, especially as a VTuber, so just part of the job description, you could say. Everyone that I see thirsty for hands, it's always the veins? Really? That's so interesting. Usually, for me, I usually see it's the definition and the size of them. Like, the amount of people who, like, share their hand size and like, oh my gosh. It's interesting that you usually see people thirst about the veins. Maybe you're hanging out with more vampires than you realized. Where they're like, oh. I mean, veins are cool. Alright, needs more definition. It's still very soft. If I ever want to add more definition to a piece, I usually end up using a smaller brush and then a little bit darker of colors. I get curious to see if my hands are bigger or not, because I consider my hands pretty small. I do that too. I'm mostly just curious about that. Like small palm, long fingers. I have very small hands. They're very dainty, I feel like is the word. But they have quite, but they're surprising because despite being small and a bit more dainty, I actually have really thick calluses on my fingers because of playing so much stringed instruments. And stringed instruments will just make your fingers blister and blister and blister until you get proper calluses. See, I think that, but then I put them against someone else's, and it's either like the same size because of my fingers, or I'm way bigger. Interesting. You probably have bigger hands than me, though. I have small ones. But I mean, I'm 160 centimeters. I'm small. Yeah, I get you. I have a small acoustic in my room right now. Hell yeah. I should pick up practice again. You should. Patches music quest, music journey. I'm setting you on a new task, Patches. You gotta play music. You gotta work on that acoustic. I just realized that I was shading on the wrong fucking layer. God. New task, yes. The ghost town has assigned you a task. Play guitar. Pick up that guitar and play. I'm thinking about how I want to shade this, but I don't know. Also, I think I'm making it too dark now. Right, I need to add more definition to certain things. I think I need to define the fingers from the knuckles more clearly. So I'm gonna shade the fingers extending outwards. Damn. It's so funny because the face has no shading and then we focus on the fucking hand. Like, the hand is so detailed. And then we look at the face and there's just nothing. I'm employed by the Ghost Town now. Gotta follow orders. You do. New decree of the Ghost Town sent out. Patches must play guitar. It can be really, really soothing though to play guitar. I love playing. I've been wanting to pick it up more because I want to practice more on making original music. That's one of the reasons I actually started doing covers too, was because I wanted to get a better idea on all the different ways to sing and all these different instruments, like getting an idea of all the different ways to approach music. I never play enough consistently to play good enough with my weak hand. I understand. It can be really hard to get used to playing every single day or even a few times a week. But yeah, I understand that. Even when it comes down to my guitar work, it's not necessarily the greatest because I have too many hobbies. I just keep doing other shit. But it is nice when you finally get around to it. Playing something new is basically how long until my left hand adjusts. I am. For me, it's really interesting because I think I've talked about it before, but I am only right-handed when I draw and write because I had a teacher that switched me over to using my right hand. But everything else I do left-handed, so when I play guitar, I'm actually left-handed. So it actually helps me a lot because, like, I've been playing guitar now since 2012? So that's 13 years I've been playing guitar. And so, like, luckily for me, like, it's something that, like, my left hand wasn't that used to being used for that much, but I still, like, do a ton with my left hand. So it's, like, it's really useful. I'm fully right-handed, besides a few stuff that I use left hand for, like, some music instruments. Nice. It feels a lot more comfortable to use the left hand for musical instruments. I feel like left hand is usually, like... I mean, that's something, too, though, that, like, for me, it's very nice having my left hand for a lot of things. Though I do sword work mostly with my right hand. I try to use it more here and there, but it's, like, pretty visible as to what hand I use. At least when I flex. Pat just has, like, one arm that's, like, has huge muscle, and the other one, there's nothing. You flex, and there's, like, no movement at all. I'm very, like... When I work out, it's mostly just lean. But... So if I flex, there's nothing there. But I do have muscles. Just unexpected. Me when I'm unexpected. I'm just a little guy. I'm just a scrawny little guy. Who has incredible work with the sword. I wouldn't say incredible. God, I love sword. I feel like it's really interesting trying to balance out your muscles though when you're working out. Because that's something too, is like just naturally day-to-day life stuff is gonna make it more difficult. I took a video of me flexing to show my friends, and they're like, yeah, for your size, it's a total sleeper build? Hell yeah. That's awesome. Sleeper builds are the best. That's so cool. Alright, I want to add a little bit more vibrancy. I kind of wanted to be clear that the rose on Lucian's collar is fabric, while the one that he's holding is actually a real rose. No, I just gotta make a workout routine. I believe in you. It can be difficult making a workout routine, but it's really, really beneficial, especially having that as like something you do, the structure of it. It's amazing how actually useful it is. Alright, let me... The torso is interesting. Because technically... Alright, it should be behind the neck. And behind the belts. But then the jacket should also actually be technically behind the belts. Should I just... I kind of want to be lazy about it and just fuse the jacket and torso together, but I feel like I'm going to regret that in the long run because I do have to also rig this. Oh yeah, how's your day going? I don't know if I asked when I popped in. It's going pretty good. I woke up not that long ago and then I was, as per usual, I made some tea. I made some Blue Lotus chai. And I've been feeling kind of a little nauseous today, so I was avoiding eating until later. So I don't know how long this stream is going to be. But because I do have to eat, but maybe I'll just take a break and then quickly eat. But I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing, Patches? I hope you are doing well. I hope anything you're working on is having major success. Hope that nausea clears up, but glad you're doing good. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes I just get nauseous. I have a stomach that's very easily affected by emotions too, alongside a lot of other things. It's just a genetic thing. My father and his father and his father and his father all suffered the same, interestingly enough. It seems like the men on my father's side of the family just all suffer it. The females seem to be fine though for some reason. The women in the family, I should say. It's always interesting. I'm good. Just giving it a bit and gonna visit a coworker's new apartment in like 30 minutes. She wants to give me a tour. That's awesome! Oh my gosh, it is so cool when you're able to go and visit people's apartments and take a look around. Oh my gosh, that's my favorite thing. One of my friends just got a new friend and was showing me pictures because they live in this like beautiful old Victorian apartment, and I'm like, I'm so envious. It's so cool. I love seeing, oh my gosh, if I could just wander to people's houses and take a look. I told her I'm raiding her fridge and sleeping on a blanket on her floor. Hell yeah. See, sleeping on the floor is actually one of the greatest things. Don't let people convince you otherwise. Sleeping on somebody's floor is one of the best feelings. I love. But I'm a total couch hopper. If I didn't have to stream, I probably would actually be hopping couches all over the fucking place. But, oh my gosh, sleeping on people's floors. Oh my gosh, it's a good feeling. She was like, you can take the couch, and I said, nah, floor it is. I mean, floor can be comfy. And it's good for your back, too. Sleeping on hard surfaces can be really, really good for your back. It's one of the reasons why I like sleeping on hard surfaces. Alright, defining these nails a little bit better. In all honesty, this model would look a lot better if I separated the fingers. That way they can move together. I mean... No. This is practice. I don't need to separate the fingers. It's okay. If need be, I can make a model for Lucien later. A second one. Alright, let's see if I can recreate what I did with that firsthand. It's crazy how that's like the main thing that's really shaded. I was like, hand. But that's actually my favorite. Hands are my favorite thing to draw, and it's also my favorite thing to paint and shade. I just think they're really interesting. That's one of the things I find fun with when I'm working on my webcomic is I have to actually think a lot about people's hand shapes because, like, the protagonist is 9 years old, and so his hands are very, like, soft and very much, like, inspired by, like, some of the kids I knew, or kids I know, or when they were young, I should say. For instance, one of the biggest inspirations of him is actually from my friend's little sister. Back when I used to sleep over at their place, she was about like 6 and 7. So I was very inspired by that. Oh, Cece, welcome in! Hi, I hope you're doing well. I hope you are doing wonderful. How's it going? I hope you've been having amazing success and your D&D is going wonderful. Anything that you're working on as well. And I hope that today treats you wonderful. Well, for you, it should be a few hours ahead of me, so the rest of your day goes wonderful. I'm currently still working on Lucien's Vtuber model. For some reason, this is the only thing I have shaded in the hands, like super detailed. It looks super fucking funny. It's like, just like plain lines, and it's like hand. But that's like the power of shading. When I had my last tattoo done, the tattoo artist who did it was like, all right, I promise the plain line work isn't going to be that impressive, but I promise you, when I do shading, I can make it look so much better. And I just thought it was really, really funny because I understood completely. His line work was still really solid. He was just very self-conscious. He's a really, really good tattoo artist. And like he was telling me too, he has this weird thing, and it actually shows up in my the tattoo he gave me, where he's like, all right, I did stippling where it's like little dots, and he's like, you won't see it though because it always shows up after I'm done tattooing. I don't know why. It like only shows up mostly during healing. Hope you're doing well too. I've been writing for my stream campaign all day, lol. It looks so good. Drawing hands are fun, but so hard for me. I understand. That's one of the things that, like, for the longest time I struggled so much with them, but now I'm like, all right, I think I've got it. It's really, really, they're so fun. They're always a fun challenge. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for your stream campaign. I'm definitely gonna be watching. God, I love D&D. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. God, I love D&D. I definitely want to chat with you more about D&D. I kind of want to also set up a campaign as well to do on stream, but I gotta find players. I'm sure I could convince Lucien to play, and probably I'm sure. I wonder who else I could ask. But I love D&D. I wanna work more on it, especially on stream. It's gonna be a while until it's done. And you can draft me to play anytime. All right. Me when I'm like writing CC down. All right. Cotton plays as well, I think. That'd be cool. Invite Cotton. If they are down. I would love that. I think, yeah, Cotton is also a DM. That'd be cool. Me when I'm sibling people to play my... Well, now, wait, oh my gosh. I gotta have more world building streams. I'm gonna like just transfer up, like, I have games I have to play, but I'm like, there's so many like creative streams I want to do. Because I want to work on like, I want to work more on like the canonical universe of the Ghost Town, and I was like, wait, it'd be really, really cool to work on like a campaign within this. And, Sola was actually doing fan art for me. Oh my god, it was so cool too. He had me fighting a really, really beautiful beast. Lore stream? Yes. I gotta work on... I gotta work on the world building of this world. And also gotta work on the lore as well, and oh my gosh. There's so much I want to do. Recently though, off stream, I've just been playing so much Palia. I gotta stop that though. That's not productive. And there's so much I need to do. There's so much I want to do. My brain is full of worms who wish I create. I gotta draw, I gotta write, I gotta work on lore. Something too is I have my 3.0 with my new model coming out November 1st, which is also my birthday, so it's going to be like a little birthday event in that way. So during that time too, it would probably be good to have some more lore things set up, some more assets. Oh, there's so much I gotta do. I mean, I could work on some of it on stream as well, perhaps. Would take out the surprise element of it, but eh. Alright, that is not light enough. Let's do that. It would be also cool to do some D&D that's just in Faerun, because that's what I know the best. Maybe add glow. And then I can lessen this. There you go. I feel like add glow is a really good way to add highlights on hands. You have to just be very careful with the texture. Okay, I shall be lurking because I'm gonna start heading over to the apartment. Alright, good luck, Patches. I hope that is awesome hanging out at her place. Good luck. Hope all goes well. Alright, that hand is good. Nice. Merge. Oh, gotta merge it like this. And in fact, I actually want to add some shine to the other hand then, using the same technique. Yeah, I would like to try some Kin D&D settings. Mostly playing homebrew settings. Alright, I'll do a Faerun one. And I will definitely be inviting you, CC. You may see me in stream chat after stream if I have time to mess with the commands. Well, that's some I think will get used. Just so everyone in chat isn't bothered by all the command making LMAO. Hell yeah! Thank you, Patches. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I want to play more D&D. I crave it. I've been like major shut-in hours. Like I haven't been going outside all that much just because I've been working on so much and streaming and all these different things. So it'll be really nice to get some D&D and also get used to doing it more digitally too. I mean, it is really fun when you have somebody where you hang out at their place and they have a huge like D&D table, but doing that online also has its own charms. I'll start actually working on that. I think that'd be really fun. And I can make campaigns really easy. Well, I also have so much like leftover material because like when you work in Faerun, it's like, oh yeah, so like we can work off this and work off this. Yeah, hell yeah. I've only ever done digital campaigns. And I've done mostly in-person campaigns, but I'm surrounded by it, like through Roll20. Hell yeah. I have only done one-shots. Very brief ones online. I would like to do in-person games, but not many local players around me. That sucks. In-person is so much fun. I've been really blessed though because most of my childhood friends are really into D&D. And one of them that I've known now for how long? 13, 14 years? 14 years now? He has like a giant basement that's just filled with D&D items. He has like all these miniatures and like, oh my god, the people he lives with as well are also really big D&D fans, so it's just a nerd's basement and they have this huge oh my god. But I've been very blessed in that way. Playing in person is a lot of fun. And here in the States, it's actually really common to find D&D groups to play with. You just sometimes gotta travel a little bit, and also matters like which area you're in, but I love D&D. Playing it online has its own charms too, of course. I'm looking forward to getting better to understanding the systems that go into online D&D too. One day I dream to have a house that is also full of D&D tables and figurines and... I'm making this hand way too detailed. I think I'm getting way too focused. I'm just having so much fun drawing these hands. I'm like losing the fucking purpose. It's fine. This is This is technically practice. My apartment is walls of shelves of nerdy Warhammer and D&D books. LOL. If you want, I'm happy to go over online assets for D&D. Woo! Thank you, CC. That would be awesome. But the hands look so good, though. Thank you. I'm like, it's so funny because like, if you look at just like it without, and then all of a sudden the details are, and it's like, what the fuck? Now though, I'm like, look at how I did the neck though. Like the neck is the only thing I've shaded, and the amount of God damn it. All right, I gotta go back and shade the neck more. Oh my god. Lucian's gonna be like, why am I so detailed? What the fuck? That's something that it's easier usually in general if your VTuber model has like really simple like features, not too much shading, because then it makes it easier to like make it more seamless, and like there isn't as much like clipping. But it is like, as in like parts like accidentally fucking up with each other, and you can see that like, oh yeah, that's separate from the other thing. But ooh, I don't know. I'm somebody who loves shading, so it's difficult. Alright, where's the artist color? Gotta shade this a little bit more. Like that. Alright, that's matching a little bit better, but why is this so much more vibrant than the hands? It's fine, this is fine. I mean, some people do have like different colored, some people's hands are like darker or lighter than their face. It's actually pretty common for there to be a slight difference. I mean, a lot of people will, well, if they use sunscreen, sometimes they'll forget to put sunscreen or on their face more, or if it is, well, I mean, there's just a lot of pigment variation in people's skin too. I don't know. I think I'm overthinking it. I'm like trying to like be like, no, it's fine. Alright, head. I have to separate a few things though. One of the first things I actually want to do is I need to add the nose shadow. I would like to give a try to make a VTuber. Tried once in 2018 and did not work out well. Hello, who's the little bat on my shoulder? Oh, that's my fan mascots. The Batoyan. They're so cute. I love them. In fact, I've been adding. Oh, you're trying to test the command? Oh my gosh, Patches. Yeah, but in fact, I'm making emotes of them. My cute little, my beautiful ghost town bats. Must log into the app. What application? I don't understand what this error is. Thanks, CC. Thank you so much for that. Patches has been fighting with trying to get that command to work because one of my other followers was in here earlier and tried to use that. Oh. I really forgot exactly what I was doing. Alright. There's also a few things I have to do still that I forgot to do. I have to cut the lashes. The fact that CC gets that as well means I may have an idea to what it might be. Alright. Nice. The clues are assembling. It'd be really, really cool, though, to see you, CC, try and make a VTuber model again. It's really, really fun. I've been trying to make them for years, and they've been getting better. It's funny how much... I'm so excited to show my 3.0 because it's so much more... It's so much better than even this one, because, like, with this one, I have, like, I can rotate my head a little bit, like, back and forth. And then I can also like move it like this. So like X and Z are the only things that really have rigged, but this one can look down, it can look up. Oh my gosh, it's just way cooler. But it's fun seeing progress happen. Alright, let me see. Let me clean up these lashes. Lucian's luscious lashes. Wait, I'm using coloring brush 2. Let's switch to 1. Sounds awesome. I can't wait to see it. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, it's so... I'm so excited for it. When I finished it, I immediately was like, I was like, I should just go back to this. Like, I should just use that instead of this one. I mean, I really, really liked it. I really, really like it. And it, oh my gosh. But I was like, no, I gotta, because I want to also do like a new debut, because a lot more information I feel like needs to be updated, and I want to add more information on lore, and it's just better for me if I do actually put a lot more into like, all right, I'm using this model now. But oh my gosh, I'm still a little nervous about it though, but I feel like that's normal. Anytime like you're planning for a bigger stream or like a more elaborate stream, it's always like, oh god, I hope it goes okay. And you have to think about everything you need for it, and it's a lot of work. It's just how it goes. Alright, low eyelid. I also need upper eyelids, because I actually want to hide the iris using that. Because currently they're not even properly like full. I still don't know if I like this shape and size of his irises. But I don't really have much confidence in how I draw eyes. Which is interesting because it's actually the thing that has been complimented the most on my art. A lot of people say, oh, I love how you draw eyes. I'm like, huh? Huh? What? How? Why? What? What? Huh? What? Because I don't think there's really, there's nothing about them per se that feels anything special, I guess. Alright, let me move that down. I'm gonna move this layer, that ruler layer down. Symmetrical layer, like that. And it's nice to have a full iris setup. That way, when it does like a shocked expression, it can like actually show the full iris, which is nice. God, I hate cheating eyes. I always think it's really cool when people can add like a ton of different effects. I know that Lothian in his original design had like a little bit of like an orange, bright orange glow around his eyes. Like his very pupil, like that. I've seen some crazy good eyes on some models. I know the amount of details that go into them. That's the thing, is like for me, like it's weird for that I get any compliments at all on like my eyes, because out of like, there's so many beautiful people who do like really, really elaborate eyes. But I think the main thing that probably are commenting on are not the irises, but maybe the shape and the way they sit on the head. I don't know. Because for me, I feel like the main thing that I do well is hands and just sometimes line work. I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna have to make the head a little bit transparent so I can see what I'm doing with these eyelids. Drawing eyes is a lot of fun. Eyes can contain a lot of things. True. For me, I'm very much a very simple person. I think eyes can be fun, but I think they're probably my least favorite thing to draw. It can be difficult trying to get them to look right. And then I like drawing with like, I mean, there's not really much detail you can put into this. Of course I'm not using, because like if you zoom out a little bit, I mean the eyes are small. Eyes are also the gateway to the soul though. I mean, one of my favorite artists who does VTuber designs that is very popular for a lot of people is Lamb, who did Crazy Audi from HoloLive. And the way that they do eyes is really, really cool. I don't know. I don't go into that much detail with my eyes. I do think they're cool. I mean, there's the, you know, the phrase of they're the gateway to the soul. Okay, I already named this eyelid. For lashes. Actually, I'm gonna bring down the eyelid just a little bit. Nice. Should be good. Then we can go down to head, bring it back to full transparency. One of the ways that I like to sometimes shade, and I did this with my most recent one, is sometimes I'll just do a multiplier layer over everything, and then I'll just copy and paste it over and over again, but I won't be able to do it this time. This model's a little bit more complex. Alright, head. I'm gonna get rid of these bangs. Bald. Technically not bald, just forehead. Limited to just forehead. Reminds me, especially with just the pointy ears and just like a bald area that I'm having to color, it reminds me a little bit of Solus from Dragon Age. I think that's by far one of the most interesting Tumblr sexy men that have existed. His bald egg-shaped head. It looks so oily. God, I love Dragon Age. Where did that come from? the few pixels right here. And there we go. Alright, I want to add a little bit more. Oh, wait, I was going to. Wait. Merge these together, multiply. Move this up. I remember what I was trying to do. Actually, I will use this for now. Because I want to actually copy it over. Like, I'll copy this layer, this multiply layer, over the eyelids as well. Bald. Losian, but he's bald. Bald exclamation mark Losian. It's been a long time since I've read like proper fan fiction, but now I just think it's really funny, the like AO3 thing of like exclamation mark bald exclamation mark Losian. If I had AO3 tags about me, I wonder what would be the #1 like alternate universe people would use. Actually, I don't want to know that. Actually, I mean, no, I don't want to know that. I thought about that for a second, and I was like, no, actually. People can keep their secrets. Alright. I don't want to add too much definition going towards the nose because it'll be difficult to adjust when the face changes left to right. I want to bring down the shadow a little bit more though. Nah, that's good. That's good. Alright, copy and paste. First one this is going over is the head. Merge that down. Then I want to also put this over upper eyelid. Then I also want to put this over the ears. Nice. And then I need to shade the nose. Always try and have the nostrils and the nose shading being different. I usually like to merge as much as possible just because it makes it easier when I'm rigging just to do a lot at once, but when it comes into having a nose shadow, it is just really, really useful. And I learned that when I was first learning how to rig, like up and down. Alright, I want to add some shine, a little bit of highlight. Let's go I'll use add glow because that's what I've been using also for the hands. I actually really like the base brushes for Clip Studio Paint, but a lot of the ones that you use, especially like the watercolor ones, are actually best if you use a lot of erasing back and forth. It brings forth a lot more texture and variation. Oh, that was interesting, just a glitch. Oh, Cotton! Welcome in! I hope you are doing well. I hope you've been doing wonderful. How are you doing? Alright, let me erase this. I kind of want to make a nose bridge. Like a layer for the nose bridge itself. The shading's looking really nice. Thank you. Oh, you're studying, Cotton? Good luck, good luck. Cat loving you? Hell yeah. Sometimes having a cat just hanging out with you while you're doing things will make everything so much better. I'm glad that you have a little kitty to keep you company. Trying to distract me while I'm studying. Damn. You must use their love to empower you, though, I believe. I gotta readjust the way I'm sitting. My leg is gonna fall asleep if I keep this up. Fuck. Don't forget to readjust how you're sitting if you need to. Do a stretch, maybe. Ooh. It's a cat job to distract. It's doing its job. It's true. Recently, though, one of the cats I live with has gotten to the habit of sleeping in the sink. And he sometimes will, like, get up when I'm using the bathroom, but it's, like, it's so hard to get him out of the sink. And so I feel like anytime I need to use the bathroom, it's always, like, a 5-minute struggle of just trying to get the cat out of the sink. And it's like, come on, man. Please. Oh my gosh. I love cats. I love them so much. But they can also be a little evil. Is it? Well, that's just part of being a little kitty. Add glow. I want there to be highlight right below. Then a little bit more of like a peach. Nice. Wait, is this still multiply? I mean, that's still add. Switch to multiplier. Trying to get a more soft reddened look to the eyes. I know these eyes are the same exact shape, but now that I'm looking at them, I'm like, they look different. No, it's fine, it's fine. That is one of the pains of shading, is that as soon as you do something slightly different, it's like, oh, that looks entirely different. That's one of the fun things about doing studies, though, is it's like, what do you mean? What do you mean that all of a sudden everything is drastically different if I change this one thing? Especially lighting and rendering studies, oh my gosh. readjusting, making it a little lighter. Maybe lower the opacity. Hope the studying goes well. I really, really hope your studying goes well, Cotton. Have you had any success on studying for that exam you're talking about when it comes down to, like, computer languages? I know that was something that was really, really worrying you. Alright, this should be good. Should be below the irises. I want to add the scleras, which are the white part of the eyes. Nope, haven't even started that yet? Oh god. Oh god. Good luck, Cotton. It's usually a habit of mine to, like, try, and if something's worrying me the most, that's, like, the first thing I try and jump on. Of course, like, clearly I'm not doing all that much about it because I'm working on character models instead of what I need to, but as it goes. But I really, really hope that can go well for you. God, studying can be really, really difficult. Alright, actually I actually need to make the sclera go higher up, now that I think about it. Alright, let's get rid of the upper eyelids. And then I can use this reflect layer. Bring that down to the sclera. So I should title it Scleras. I'm gonna move this over a little bit to the side. White. Eyelashes lower. So I have to think about how I want this to look when the eyes are fully open. In fact, now that I've done this, I've come to realize that the lower eyelid should actually have more line work at the edges. Because if this is to be revealed, erase that. A little bit more edge to it. This looks so goofy right now. Nope, wrong layer. Scleras. Alright, that should be better. God, this looks so stupid. Alright. I'm just going to go over this with a multiplier layer again. Don't worry, we'll be here for you when that one parenthesis is messing up the code. You can't find it. Happened to my codes too often. Oh god. The nightmare that is coding. It's been a long... actually, it's been quite a bit since I last truly properly tried to code. I used to work on coding for RenPy games and also HTML back when I actually used to care about running a Tumblr blog more. Oh, welcome in, Sabrina! I hope you are doing well. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I hope everything's going well. Ocean's got some insomnia with those eyes. Oh my gosh, yeah. Alright, I can delete this upper layer. Wait, I just realized the face. Wait. There's a fucking little white section. Where is that? Where's the head layer? What the fuck? Where did that come from? Excuse me? Why did I not realize that? You see that right there? Why is the ear also? Wait. Huh? I'm trapped in a nightmare. let me readjust this. Why is this also? Me and I realized I did not properly shade, like, color in between the lines. Oh my god. Alright, let's readjust this. Nice. It's good to see you, Sabrina. I hope you are doing well. I hope your studies are also doing well. And hope the day is treating you well. I'm currently working on coloring and shading the model I was working on last time of Locian. But things keep going a little awry, but that's fine. Right, left ear. Let's go a little bit that earlobe also isn't. Yeah, there we go. Put that right here. Just gotta color that behind hair. Actually, I'm going to hide the bangs. And then I'm going to go down. It's right here. Alright, so why the fuck did I do the lines like that? Just a fucking moment. Sorry for cursing so much, I'm just really frustrated. Oh, CC subscribed! Oh my gosh! Thank you for the sub. CC, thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm doing good, just tired as always, but it looks like you've done a lot so far. The last stream is looking really good. Thank you. A hype train just started my channel? Huh? Whoa. Oh my gosh, someone's... Locian also subbed? Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much. Also, Locian, welcome in. Wait. But... I'm glad you're doing well, Sabrina. Being tired is understandable. If it wasn't for drinking the chai that I have right now, I would probably also be super, super sleepy. Lovian? New Locian. New Locian. Just dropped Lovian. I feel like that means something in some language, but I don't remember Lovian. Look at you, you're bald right now. Currently we're looking at a bald Locian. Right behind the ear, and it says behind the horn, but that shouldn't be the case. Here's the horns. Wait, do I have? Wait. They're partially covered. Alright, so what I need to focus on actually is this should be the hair in front of the horns. So I gotta focus on this line actually up here. I think I'm gonna make it like that. Have this be brought down. That should be good. And then the horns go down like this. I have seen a lot of bald Locian, surprisingly. That's really funny. Oh, thank you, Locian, for gifting. That's awesome. I wish I could subscribe, but I'm so poor. Thank you for gifting Sabrina, Locian. That's so nice. Many told me to make a command that says you're bald, Locian. No, I did not. Don't slander. Oh my gosh. That's so sweet. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Locian, for... That's so nice. Oh my gosh. You are all so wonderful. Alright, that goes like this. Okay, so that's what I'm coloring here, and then this one should probably be going up like that. Okay. We now have the really cute bat emotes, hee. A few more needs to be accepted by the Twitch committee, but I gotta make more too. I gotta get around to it. Probably after this, maybe? Alright, back to Bald Losi. I know what I'm doing now. Wait, did I grab the right color? Yeah, it's right here. Behind the ears. But in front of the horns. Love the emojis, they're so cute. Thank you. There's a few more. These are the current ones that I have that I've made. The one that is like biting the purple heart was done by, you know, the ghost, who is a good friend of mine. Yeah, but these are the other ones. There's a few more that are getting accepted. They're very simple. Yeah, I want to do some more, but for now we have the cute little bat. As you can see on my shoulder, you guys are hanging out there. I want to make some more fan mascots though. I want to, just in case some people don't really want to be a bat. I want to have some ghosts, maybe some rats, maybe some ghouls. But I'll get around to that at some point. Make a spider? Oh! Cece, you are so right. Oh my gosh, you are... Oh my god. That's actually the move. That is actually exactly what I need to do. Oh my gosh, I love spiders. Though I do get bitten by them quite a bit, unfortunately. But as it goes. Alright, let me erase. Hard. Toothbrush. Ghost raccoon? Wait, that would be cool. Ghost raccoon. Ghost spider. They call me Cheshire Cat the way I be making mischief. Wait, Patches, you're a shapeshifter, Stone, but you're also mostly a raccoon, I do believe. We can just have a Patches raccoon dedicated character, the little ghost raccoon. I can make you a confirmed form. That'd be cool. I do not actually need to add those lines. It looks so funny. It looks like a receding hairline right now that I've colored it. Alright, there we go. Bald Losian. Alright. I should really color the horns. There's a few more things I have to do with the eyes as well. I also have to separate some layers left and right. Losian hairline reveal? You like flip up his bangs. And it's just like a perfect half circle hairline. Alright. I wanna color the horns now. The hair. Losian's fucked up hairline's gonna haunt me in my dreams. It's not even his fault, I was the one who drew it, but oh my gosh. Alright, it's like a dark brownish, blackish color. So let me actually make it a little bit lighter. Actually, I want to make the horns darker. It'd be kind of cool to do a little bit of this effect. That way they kind of have a little bit more of an aura to them. Actually, I'm gonna use blue, a little bit of the blue hue. Make it look a little darker. I thought you drew Losian with him holding a rose on the chest. It's so cool. Thank you. Yeah. I wanted it to have a more interesting pose. And Losian's favorite flower are roses. So I was like, oh, that'd be fun. But I made it so that it's a little bit more goth, though. So the leaves are dark and the stem is black. Just to have a little bit more moodiness to it. But I'm glad that you like that, Sabrina. I'm still trying to get better at Vtuber poses, but it's interesting because you have to have it like be interesting but still use a lot of symmetry tool if you're making it straight on. Losian reaction to seeing his airline. Oh my gosh. I'm playing Sternova, so I'm on and off. Alright. Good luck in Sternova! I hope everything's going well. Are you playing ranked, or are you just playing, various ones? Are you playing escort? No, I want to play Sternova. God damn it, Losi. Escort for now? Nice. I'm wanting to play more ranked. I'm excited for the new season to drop. The fact my name is Rose and Lucian likes roses, lol. To be honest, roses are my favorite, so that's why I go by it. Oh, that's so sweet! That's awesome. I asked you because I didn't realize you were streaming, but you asked? Wait. Did you? Yeah, we gotta play rank soon. Hell yeah, wait, let me check. You asked me on Discord? Oh, god damn it. I got like a notification where it's like, oh, a cool, like, beautiful goth blouse just got released. I don't want to see that in my notifications. I have too many blouses, stop. Oh, you did. Maybe after stream. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's do multiple layers. I want to erase these little strays. A little bit more shape to it. I love horns. I think they're really, really cool. I also like the having to think of how people have to deal with sleeping with them. Like, do you sleep standing like a horse, or is there like pillows, like the curved pillows that like are like kind of like cylinders? Let me do one really quick. Like some pillows, like it matters how long the horns are, but they're like circular on the edge. And then it's like, you gotta have horn pillows, literally. You gotta. Like, I like the ones that look like this. Because then horns can just, like, go over them without any problem. It's a pool noodle for your horns? Hell yeah. They grab on with those airplane neck pillows and empty it out for the horns? Oh my gosh. Obviously, this is a dumb doodle of somebody, but yeah. Pillows like this are really cool. I like thinking about all the different ways you can take care of, like, sleeping with horns. I think if I had horns, I'd probably just sleep in a chair. But that'd be really fun if I'm like sleeping on a throne and then I wake up, I'm like, you. Honestly, that'd be kind of badass. That's some Dark Souls boss energy moment though, or like Liza P, where it's like they're asleep in a chair and you like enter into this giant throne room or boss rooms, then you look up and you go, If there are enough pillows, you can sleep anywhere. True. I feel like horns can be fixed if you just have a ton of pillows. God, I love pillows. Though I don't really have, I have like a body pillow that I sleep with, which is nice. But then like the actual pillow that I put my head on is so flat, it might as well not even exist. Maddie, just so you know, I might remake your fan art. I still like the other one, it's just I want to see how it'd look if I tried on paper. Hell yeah! Feel free to draw me, like, I would love that. And something too is like, I really like the piece that you drew me, Sabrina. It's really, really nice. It's very, very cute. I like it a lot. So feel free to draw me as much as you want. If I inspire your art, if you want to draw me, I'm always up for it. And drawing me traditionally, that'd be awesome. I myself, of course, prefer to draw digital, but I love traditional art as well. So whatever you're more comfortable with and whatever you want to do, Sabrina. I kind of want to make the tips of some of these spikes red. Or maybe some scales should be red? Let me think about this. I want to make it darker though. And actually, I'm switching brushes. I want to make it... Actually, one of my all-time favorite brushes is the round watercolor brush. I liked paper and digital. Just feel more paper today. Hell yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it, Sabrina. It always makes me really, really happy when people want to do art of me or feel inspired by me. It's cool. How do I want to do this? Honestly, I kind of want it to be more... I feel like having the color go on off is cool, but I kind of want it to be like iridescent. Or like it's based on how the light hits it. It'd be kind of cool. Yeah, like this. Then maybe red highlights. Soft bleed brush seems to have a nice texture to it, really. No, that's too... Lacks too much saturation. Let me do with the sort of blood red. Oh, I like how that's coming out. But let me try it a little bit more on a few more scales and see how it goes. Like, I have to make some of it darker, so we'll have to go in with a multiplayer layer. Probably go with a purple or bluish color to add some extra depth. Like this, maybe? Well, for sure I'm so inspired by you, with you and being such an amazing artist. And we both have the spectrum of autism. I just think you're a major role model for me. Oh, I'm glad. It can be really, really difficult when you have autism and are on the spectrum. That's something that the world is going to seem a lot more confusing, and it's going to be like, why the fuck do they do things that way? Or is there something wrong with me? And all these other things, and, you know, getting overwhelmed and, you know, there's a lot of setbacks when you are on the spectrum, so I'm glad that I'm able to inspire you and be a role model for you as well, because despite how frustrating life can be, there's always a way forward. There's always a way to overcome and work hard. And I'm glad that you think I'm an amazing artist too. You yourself are very, very talented. I'm excited to see how your art continues to go, Sabrina. That's my favorite thing about art, too, is getting to see people's art continue to grow and change alongside them. Everything in life is a journey. There's always something new to learn, there's always some progress to be made. And it's always fun seeing people on their way, on journeying, adventuring. Even if they don't actually go out on quests or fight dragons, or... There's still so much adventure to have in this world. Some of it is just working on art, working on skills, meeting people, getting to know people. I'm going to actually switch to a harder brush for this one. Actually, I think I'm going to use a rough wash. Go in, darken this. Nice. Alright, and then let me zoom out and see. I think I need to brighten the reds. I'll go in, I think, I mean, let me try glow dodge with red and see. Because it should highlight the lighter colors. Oh, yeah. No, that's the move. That looks really good. Let me boost it a little bit more. Nice. Alright. Alright, I should definitely do the back of the hair. We'll go in. Should be behind, yeah, back head. There's ponytail, there's back hair bottom. But for this, I'm going to actually have to hide the head layer entirely. Lucian headless. Just a stump of a neck. Alright, let me... I actually want to draw more of the ponytail. Because when Lucian head moves, it's going to reveal a lot more of this, and also when it comes onto the ponytail, when Lucian's body moves, we're going to be able to see it a lot more. So let's go in. And a little bit. And then when it comes down to this segment, the main reason I have there a top and a bottom separated is because of these hair pieces I want to be able to move separately. Alright, so let's go over to the hair color, make a new layer for the back hair, but the top area. Just going to go over like this. Then go down to the little dangly hairs. And I can go up. Thank you for being so inspiring and understanding to all the pros and cons of being on the spectrum. It makes me feel normal, not different like I normally feel. Oh my gosh, it can be such a pain. That's the thing is, like, when you are on the spectrum, it's so easy to, like, there's nothing I wanted more in my life when I was younger than to be normal. And even to this day, I still sometimes have moments where I'm like, God, why can't I just be normal? Why can't I just fit in? But when you have different neural wiring, which is what neurodivergency is, that's what being on the spectrum is, you get to see the world in ways other people can't. That's gonna make things difficult. Like, when I took my driver's test, there was a very, very specific, like, weird road I had to go on. The way that she said it was so confusing, and I couldn't figure out exactly, and to this day, like, I understood what I was supposed to do, but how I would tell somebody to do that, like, how to have somebody say that and I know what they were talking about, it's impossible. That's one of the problems, you know? And, you know, it makes it sometimes, a lot of the time, really, really hard to get a job. It's hard to understand social cues. People just assume that you understand what they're talking about. They won't go into specifics, so then it can be easy to be frustrated. So, and there's so many different variations of, you know, neurodivergency and being on the spectrum, so it's really easy to feel odd and strange and, oh God, I don't fit in. How do people know how to do this? Why is this the case? And that's something too, is it's important to be kind to yourself, and it's important to understand that to everybody, learning is always something that you're going to be doing. Things are going to be confusing. You aren't going to understand certain things. Sometimes you won't be able to wrap your head around things. And that's okay, you know, just keep trying your best. And being normal is overrated. So, it is nice to feel, though, that you are actually wanted and liked in this space. And I understand that. And I want to make sure that everybody feels comfortable here. So let me know if there's anything I can do as well. If you want me to repeat something, let me know. If you want me to explain something better, let me know. Obviously, the more you like explain and ask like, oh, can you explain this thing that you were saying during this time, that can help. But yeah, I want to be able to be there for you guys. And the more I have seen in my life, the more I realize that people who aren't on the spectrum or not neurodivergent are honestly very lost as well. They're just... and they would benefit from being able to communicate with people better and be more accepting too. Like, I know for me, sometimes I'll just shut down and I'll be like, I can't handle it, but I can't find the words. I can't figure out how to let people know, like, I just can't figure it out. And so that's one of the reasons why having people around you too who can take a moment and be like, are you okay? Are you doing okay? And also know how you feel, or try to at the very least. Sometimes it's nice to have people around you that don't assume. So one of the things I want is for anybody in the ghost town to be able to feel comfortable asking me to clarify if they need something. Anybody is free to DM me and let me know anything if something's bothering them, because like, you guys being comfortable and feeling safe and being able to feel heard is very important. Of course, there's also benefits to being on the spectrum as well. I mean, I wouldn't be able to focus as much on my D&D campaigns for hours. What bothers me is how cool you are. Please tone it down. I don't even know how I could do that. I feel like I'm just such a nerd. Thank you, God, for thinking I'm cool. The main thing I try and be is just myself. And that's like the most... oh my god, that's like the number one thing that you hear usually is like, oh, you should just be yourself, right? But it is something that like... it's important to be yourself, but also know who you want to be, right? And have certain things that you live by. Too cool for school. Sola! Welcome in! Hi! I've only watched a few of your streams so far, but I really enjoy the comfy vibes. I'm glad. I'm glad I can make it comfy. That's the main thing is like, before I started doing streaming and before I was, in this stage era of my life, I used to work as a live-in caretaker or servant for an elderly woman. And if my health didn't decline, I would still be doing that. It's built into me to really, really care about other people and love talking with other people. And I mean, I'm somebody who loves talking to strangers and helping people out, so. The ghost town being comfy is good because, I mean, I want people to feel comfy. I want people to be able to feel very safe. And also, like, I love hearing people talk about their interests. I love hearing about what's going on with people. The world is too full of hate, and I just want to make it be cozy and comfy. Welcome in, Sola. It's good to see you. I'm still working on Locien. Right now I'm working on his ponytail, though. I'm, like, slowly figuring it out. But I've been showing him bald, or, like, with a fucked up hairline for most of the stream, which is really, really funny. I need to learn how to set up toggles, that way I can have Locien have a toggle where he can just like, reveal his fucked up hairline. The number one thing I love about you is that I can tell you've gone through hard times as I have. It helps me rely that I'm not alone, and I love how you are so open. Like, if we need someone to talk to, you make me feel like I'm open to talk to. That's the thing is that, like, obviously therapy can be really helpful, but I mean, I love being able to be there for people. And, you know, I I had a large part of my life where I wanted to be a teacher, and when you actually care about people and you care about their future, I mean, it just comes naturally. I've gone through a lot of rough times, so it's something that if I had some help, you know, it would be really, you know, it would have changed a lot of things. And a lot of my friends and people I knew growing up who, you know, are dead or in prison, they really just needed somebody to be there for them, so it's built into me to care. Also, Cotton, thank you for the sub! Oh my gosh! I'm still very new to being affiliate. This is my first stream, and it's just interesting seeing all of them. Had to, I just realized. Thank you for the sub. But if you guys can feel comfortable here, and if you guys can feel safe and feel like you can talk to me, that's good. It is part of Medi to care. I do not need to be putting this much detail in this ponytail behind the head. Alright. The original ponytail that Lucian has actually like sways a lot. Let me bring this out. Just drawing this, it's like if somebody comes into the stream, they're like, what the fuck is Medi drawing? It's a ponytail, I swear, I promise. Alright, should actually... It's always interesting trying to decide how to do ponytails. I had this VTuber design for the longest time that was like spider based and had like a ponytail, but it was inspired off of like a spider's abdomen, so like their hair was like pulled back, and then when it reached to a ponytail it was like really fluffy and it would bounce out a ton. We're reaching 10 by the end of the month? Oh my gosh, it's ambitious. We'll see how it goes. I still can't believe I got affiliate. I just love chatting with people. And like, I love streaming. I like the feeling of being productive in it. Like, kind of helps me get inspired to be productive by streaming. I don't even know if this looks good as a ponytail. Alright, bring back Lucian. I gotta see if this works. All the fucking layers. You can't see it because I have it cropped, but oh my god. If you didn't get affiliate, I'd lose hope in the world. I mean, Twitch is making it harder every single day. Alright, the ponytails... I mean, it could be longer. Actually, I'm just gonna go down. Oh, Sola, thank you for subscribing. Thank you. Malurk doing some art. Hell yeah. Oh my god, I'm so excited. When you finish, please consider sharing. I love your art so much, Sola. Literally, I was smiling so big today looking at the art you sent me. Oh my god. It's so freaking cool. You're an amazing artist, Sola. Alright, that should be good. I mean, most of it's gonna be hidden. It's only when Lucian moves that I want to be like, oh, there's a ponytail, so that should be fine. Just want to let you guys know I love all of you. You bring light into my life. Aww. I'm glad, Sabrina. There's a lot of times where life feels really, really dark and it's really hard to know where you're going. Really hard to see what's coming up in front of you. But I have faith in you, and I'm glad that we're able to bring some light into your life. So far, the ghost town is full of incredible people. I'm very, very happy. Anything that can make life a little less painful, a little bit more full of smiles, a little bit more full of joy, that's what it's about. Alright, defining the tips of this ponytail. And then I should also probably separate it into strands because Lucian still has red streaks. So I need to define some of those red streaks. Actually, I'm not going to cut off the tip there. I'm going to bring it down. Like this. Curve this in. Bring it up. That should be good. Nice. It's funny, when I was starting to get ready for stream, I was looking at music, because it's always difficult trying to choose what songs to play. And video game soundtracks are usually safe, because, I mean, if they can be streamed, then that means that they probably aren't going to get copyright striked. You can't really have people streaming games if they're getting copyright striked for the music in them. So I was going through some of my favorites, and I was like, an art stream? I don't know. I didn't know what to choose. But then I was looking, and I was thinking, and there's the game Ico is one that I actually really, really enjoy. And I remember just absolutely loving the art and soundtrack for it. That and Shadow of the Colossus is so good. It's Ladybug season? I hate ladybugs. Be kind. They're trying their best. Why don't you like ladybugs? Or is it the their lookalikes that are orange and bite? I remember my grandmother had a place that the upstairs was always full of lady beetles. Because the orange ladybugs that bite is actually an invasive species outside of Asia. Those bite. They're kind of cute. But they used to, there was a lot of the Japanese ladybugs that would show up at my grandmother's place. So the upstairs are just full of the dead ones. They're so gross because they're so heavy and they're everywhere. No, I'm sorry, Cotton. I mean, it'll be a lot easier for you if you do learn to appreciate them a little bit, though. They're so heavy. Are they heavy? They're so tiny, though. I've never really had too much of a problem with ladybugs myself. I think they're cute. But I'm sorry that you have to deal with ladybugs right now, Cotton. Ladybugs and beetles are deceptively tiny. I like beetles. I mean, indoors, it's not great. Because a lot of beetles do indeed, like, eat paper and books. Swarms of ladybugs used to nest in my old home every year. Oh my gosh. When they land, they make a sound. Oh no. It must be so frustrating. I'm so sorry. That's what's happening now? No! Cece knows the pain then, Cotton. That sucks. I can literally see them flying outside your window? Oh my gosh. Trapped in a plague of ladybugs. I mean, that would be a pretty funny curse, though. Cotton is just cursed to be swarmed by a plague of ladybugs. I mean, it's cute. Ladybug got stuck in your ear before, Sola? Oh my god. They're evil? Alright. Now I'm learning. I've never... Oh my gosh. One time a roach crawled into Cotton's mom's ear? Oh, it was while you were skating? Oh my god. I love ladybugs. I like ladybugs. I'm with Sabrina on this, but I had no idea that you guys... And she had to go to the ER to get it removed? Oh my god. Me and Sabrina are like, I love ladybugs, while like Cotton and Susie and Soul are like, I have experience with them. And they're like they like all of a sudden turn into like a buff guy covered in scars at the bar, like drinking, like I have a history with ladybugs. It's really dramatic. Some like jazz starts playing, it's like sentimental. Sola! The only ladybug you fuck with is the one from Bug's Life? Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Bug's Life is a good movie. natural as fuck. Oh my gosh. I don't know how she was laughing about it and stuff. I'd probably be that way. I mean, though, they were also in my brain. What the fuck? Get out of my head, Sola. Oh my gosh. Everybody thinking about the ladybug from Bug's Life now. That's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. It's been a long time since I've watched Bug's Life. That was a real ass bug. Hit all ladybugs of that one. The caterpillar always gets me. The caterpillar in Bug's Life is so goofy. Oh my gosh. The voice acting for it was so goofy. I like bugs a lot. I like ladybugs and I like caterpillars in real life as well. I'm thinking of Ladybug and Cat Noir. Hell yeah. I've never watched Miss Ladybug, but I had a lot of friends, or what is it? Where she's a detective. What is that called? But Ladybug and Cat Noir. I had a lot of friends who really, really liked that series. I do believe it's originally French. But I might be forgetting that. Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir. Oh, the writers are French. Yeah, that's what I thought. I have, when I was studying French, a few of my friends that were classmates were also really into Miraculous Ladybug. And that was one of the ways they like watching the French dub for it, the French version of it. I prefer large bugs. Small ones can leave me alone. I like the large bugs because they can't fit in my ear. I like most bugs. I prefer when bugs aren't in my house. I definitely have actually, my biggest preference for bugs are carnivorous bugs. Ones that eat other bugs. Like, I love spiders immensely. I love, centipedes. They could try, though. I mean, though, if you have, like, a giant stag beetle, like, trying to crawl towards your ear, like, it's, that one isn't gonna be able to fit. I love bugs. I think big bugs are really fun, though. Like, I love tarantulas a lot. And I like stag beetles and Hercules beetles, and they're really, really cute. I feel like they're really, really cute when they're big. It's the one case where, like, bigger bugs are usually cuter. Oh my gosh, the giant centipedes! I like bugs way better than snakes. I love snakes! Oh, I love snakes. They're so cute. What bug was I thinking about? Oh, and like one of my all-time favorites, like my favorite bugs I think are praying mantis. I love praying mantises. I love tarantulas. I love centipedes. I think house centipedes are really cool because they have a ton of those really thin legs. They don't even look like they should be a real creature, and they got a cute little face. But the giant centipedes are so cool. Snakes are good. I approve snakes. I love snakes. Saul's like, no! He's freaking out. I love snakes. They're so cute. But I've been able to hold a lot of gardener snakes over the years. They're very docile and they don't have any venom in them, really. There is a really, really huge mama of like a batch of them that was blind, and she had these really, really beautiful, like, whitish eyes. I think about her quite a bit. If I ever saw a giant centipede, I'd have to pinch myself to wake up. No freaking way. They're so cool. Those are venomous, though. They are dangerous. No, snakes are not cool. What the fuck you mean? They're aliens who must... No, 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 no. Snakes are good. I don't like spiders, snakes, and bats. No offense. Oh, no worries. Absolutely no worries, Sabrina. People have preferences, just like Solo losing his shit over snakes. I do not mind. Have you ever seen a trilobite beetle? They are so cool. They look like a woman. Ooh, I want to see. I know trilobites, but trilobite beetles. I suppose they got the name because of the Oh, those are so cool. Oh my god, those are cool. Pulling it up right now. The way they lunge and wiggle, they're so cute though. This is the trilobite beetle. That's so cool. Bats are fine, they're just sky doggies. I love bats. Sky doggies. God, Hercules beetles are awesome. The trilobite beetle are so cool. God, look at that shape. Oh, and they also have your color theme, CC. That's awesome. Giant centipede. Giant centipedes are so cute. I just wanna pick them up and give them a little kiss. They are venomous though, so I do not recommend that. This is one next to a hand. They can get bigger than that though. They got a cute little face. Oh my god, they're cute. Those beetles look like the first isopod creatures. Yes. The beetles are named after trilobites themselves. Oh my gosh, I love trilobites. Oh my gosh, have you guys ever gone fossil hunting? They're cute. Those are scary to me at least. They're cute! I love bugs though. I love them. Giant centipedes are awesome. God help this earth, or Australia. Probably that's just Australia. Well, I mean, the giant centipedes actually come from Brazil, I do believe, in the rainforests. Rainforests are known for creating huge bugs because of how much... Yeah, they're from the Amazon. They're so cool. Oh my god, I love them. There's some amazing things in this world. I love it. But one of my favorite things too is like Australia got wildlife hard mode on. That is true. Alright, I gotta see what the red color is. Australia has so much interesting wildlife. It does. Oh my gosh, I love... If I had a chance... Well, one of the things... If I went back to college, I would definitely go to study arachnology, and I would love to actually go and have a job studying spiders in Australia. Especially huntsman spiders. Oh my gosh. Australia is just so interesting to see why prisoners were sent there. Oh my gosh. I love... There's a lot of amazing wildlife in Australia. The ogre spiders are so cool. Oh my gosh, I love... But huntsman spiders, I've always wanted to hold one. They're actually very, very sweet. They're very big, but they're very, very sweet. They're very kind. They just want to cling on to you, and that's cute. I like how this has turned into bug talk. Animal talk. I was considering playing Silksong today, but I decided not to, which is all bugs, so it's kind of funny that no matter what, still all roads lead to bug. I wish I knew more about the other wildlife of Australia. I like kookaburras though, they're so cute. They're so big and they make the funny noises. Oh my gosh. One of my good friends is Australian, and when he goes on walks, he'll just see like blue-tongued skinks hanging out. I'm like, that's so cute. But I love lizards. Blue-tongued skinks are so cute. I love them. However, I don't know if I could actually ever live in Australia just because it's too warm. I definitely prefer more colder northern climates. I don't know if I like this streak placement. I might actually have it curved down this side. I can do 2. Lurking. 1 sec, guys. No worries. Feel free to lurk. I'm always happy with lurkers. For the longest time, I was a lurker. It was only until recently that I started feeling brave enough to be in people's chat and probably talking to them. I'm more northern. I can't have it too hot. I need some winds. I'm used to hot weather, though. Just don't like it. I understand. I need, like, high humidity and cold temperatures. That's the conditions that I thrive in. As soon as the air gets too dry, as soon as it gets too hot, my body is just miserable. But I'm prone to passing out in heat, so I have to be very careful. I love the large amount of birds there, but yeah, I need freezing temps to be happy. We're all like nodding, like, yeah, cold. Cold's the way. I just wanna be in cold weather. Especially, I love gray and cold weather. It's so good. But when it comes down to wearing glasses, majority of the reason why I can't see is actually due to light. So in low light environments, I can see better. High, if there's more light, I can't see shit. So it's more dangerous for me to go driving on sunny days than on gray days or rainy days. So I love cold weather. Actually, talking about my glasses, I gotta clean them. I don't know how it's so easy for glasses to get smudged. I swear to God, I do not touch them at all. I try not to, and then all of a sudden I'll be like, what the fuck? Why are there so many smears? That is England, 70% of the time. It's so nice. Recently, summers are awful. Yeah. I've loved every single time I have gone to the UK. The last trip I did was to Scotland, and I was in the high north. I was in Inverness. And oh my God, I've never. There's a lot of problems, of course, with England, as there is every single country, and you know, and especially with climate change, it's a lot of suffering. But I really do love. I gotta do more trips there. Oh, there's so many places I want to travel, but it's so comfortable. The gray weather, the rainy days, the fog. It's beautiful. Cold weather comes with blankets and hot chocolate. Hot weather? Lying in bed half naked and trying to sleep through the afternoon. God, that's true. Oh my gosh. Also, I like to wear like blouses and like long pants. I like to wear like pinstripe pants and like cool blouses and like cool sweaters and like cool jackets. You can't do that in the heat. I have to wear like shorts, otherwise it's miserable, and then t-shirts, but that's not as cool. Yeah, it was a very nice rainy day today. It was so nice. Hell yeah. Oh my gosh, I love the rain. It's been raining here today. That's one of the reasons I didn't do my sword practice today, because I usually do it outside. Oh, I love rainy days. Gray weather, cold weather. Nice and comfy. I'm definitely made for being in the north. Of course, I'm also indigenous to the more northern areas of North America. So they're just ancestry built into me. Trying to add a little bit more definition to some of these hair. It's funny because majority of this won't be seen. I don't even know if any of this will be properly seen outside of this section. But that's the thing is, when you're drawing VTuber models, you have to do all of it. Alright, hopefully that's good. I haven't even shaded it yet. All the way up the head. It's funny how much more shading like line work I did actually for it. That's fine. Where's the back of the hair actually? That should be there. Back hair, bottom. Alright, should definitely shade. Maybe I should shade the hair now. Love it, it's all coming really nice. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I mean, it's for you, so that's very important that you like it. The ponytail right now is currently showing, but it's gonna look better and better the more I shade and color and texture things properly. That's one of the things that I like to do is, instead of having a ton of like bits and bobs and details and like little things that's pretty common in VTuber designs, and I do like that in VTuber designs. Just for me, I like more putting like a very simple design but still having a lot of good quality fabric, texture, flair to it. But I think that's just because like I do like when it comes up to my own art, I just prefer doing simpler designs. I'm gonna head off now. Gonna do some VR. Have a good stream. Take care, everyone. Take care. Thank you, CC. Thank you for coming by, and also thank you for the sub. It's always nice chatting with you. And I will let you know when I start setting up a D&D campaign. I will definitely be inviting you. I love CC. She's so cool. Alright, I'm just gonna go over with a multiply, and I'm just going to, so if you see this going over into like the face and different things, it's because I'm going to copy clip back and forth onto all of these hairs. It's usually the way I like to do it. OMG, a D&D campaign? Suddenly Ghost Town would be so cool. I know. Wouldn't that be awesome? Awesome, can't wait. Bye. Bye-bye, CC. I wanna, the first one I'm going to do, I wanna do a stream that's like D&D, but like in the world of Faerun. And then I need to work more on the world and lore of the Ghost Town, and I've got a lot more ideas. I'm very, very inspired about it. We want to make a whole TTRPG based on the Ghost Town. I would, honestly. Oh my gosh, that would be awesome. But I definitely want to do a D&D stream, a D&D campaign. But just to make it easy on me, because I have a lot going on right now, it's going to be in Faerun, the official D&D world. I just gotta assemble the players. It's like a montage of like me like calling people up and like running to different locations. I'm like out of breath running everywhere. Just like dramatic music playing. Alright, bang one, done. Actually, let me make that automatically a clip. And then as I do this, I'm actually going to start hiding them a little bit. Just because it'll make it easier for me to have an idea of how much I actually need to color underneath. That looks good. Going over this one a little bit more. Lucian getting progressively balder. I'm just like plucking off strands of his hair. Why is that nothing? Alright. That should be good. Listen, I'm annoying as hell, but if you ever make it a D&D campaign, I'm building it ready. Obviously, you need to include me. I'm equally happy watching it go down. Hell yeah. Slowly the hair light gets pushed back. It is. Cotton, I would love for you to play. I'm always. I gotta get more players. And I would be up for having you join in, Cotton. However, I would stream it, so you would have to be comfortable with you being able to be shown to more. And that can be anxiety inducing. So that is something to consider. But you could definitely join Cotton. Alright, that's good. Bang 7. Bang 8. Which I'm gonna make this edge a little darker. Oh my fucking god. I don't know why it's so fucking funny to see just me like plucking off more and more of Olosian's hair. Alright, that goes down. Then I want to actually bring this down more. Darken this a bit. Alright. These little hair right in front. It's funny, I've been listening to the same track on loop. The background I'm not listening to music outside of like what is currently the BGM for the stream. And I have not changed this song once, nor have I even considered changing it. And that's how you can tell that is good like BGM for a game, because I could listen for eons just listening to this track. I love Eco. Yeah, this is just like Shadow, the song Shadow. It's so mild, and I have it like just quiet enough. Because I talked about it before, where like I want to make it not too loud. That way, if people are listening to music, they can listen to their music without needing to like blast their music too much. But this is actually working really well. Kind of wanted to be darker, actually. Oh. I think actually using a bit more of an intense. Yeah, I think I'm gonna shade it a bit darker. I think I am going to actually go over every single layer again. God fucking. Ugh. All right. Oh shit. Here we go again. I'm going to do the same thing again, but this time it's gonna be slightly darker on every single one of the hairs. That's one of the reasons why I love digital, is you can't fuck around this much. On other ones. Wait, why is this lighter? Oop. Darken that. That is not allowed to stay light. Here in the abyssal world, there is no such thing as light. Well, not at least for eons. Sometimes I really do just have a strong desire just to do a random, like, deep man voice who sounds like jaded and like mysterious. I don't know why I do that. I just suddenly get a random urge to do that, I suppose. still have a lot of choices I have to make when it comes down to the ghost town. Because all of the stories I have, original stories outside of the ghost town, are all interconnected in some way or another. And I've been uncertain whether or not I want the ghost town to be a part of that. And what the fuck is there a stray hair over there? And so I've been thinking about it in a lot of ways. Part of what, all your stories? Yeah. Because every story I have is interconnected. So currently my current webcomic is The Witch of Mirrors. However, like there's a huge timeline. Every single story I have ever written links back into it. So it like into like a timeline, this continuation of like worlds and universes. So it's like, where would the ghost town fit in it? Because a lot of the stories revolve around the abyssal world, which is like what Ghost of Mirrors takes place in. Witch of Mirrors. And the Witch of Mirrors is like towards the end of the timeline with stories. I mean, I can still make stories like later on, but it is like when it comes down to what I have currently written, what I have currently that I'm working on, all of it is just kind of older in some ways. So it's like, where would I put the ghost town? Do I want it to be part of this? Because I have the most lore and the most work and the most details on it. But because it does fit the abyssal world. But it would have to be within the Lost era. Alright, where the fuck is this layer? Is the ghost town the abyssal world? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because the abyssal world is really interesting. Because the way it originally formed was actually the death of an Earth. So there's like a ton of different parallel universes, so there's more than one Earth, but originally there was somebody who decided to pretty much take the genetic code of like a ton of animals, a ton of people, and also like certain aspects of the world and other planets to then recreate their own ideal world, because they ended up getting so traumatized to the point that they desired to have extreme control. And so then the abyssal world formed where, because it was just focused on a planet and having life function in a way that was able to be controlled by this entity, it doesn't have space, it doesn't have anything, it doesn't have a sun, no planets, no nothing. It is just something that is just pure creation that's barely being held together, and so it's a very unstable world. And so this individual decided to keep just maintaining it until the humans they were taking care of started growing more, and civilization started to be silenced more and more by this entity. And so then they ended up deciding to revolt and killing this entity that had been taking care of this world. And so then it starts getting thrown out of order, and then it ends up following a ton of different eras. And so it's like a fantasy world, but there's no light in it really outside of like the core of certain things. So I don't know, it's very complex in a lot of ways, and there's a lot of different stages it goes through, as it's a world desperately trying to regain a sense of equilibrium. The Witch of Mirrors is at the end of it. I mean, if you've read any of it, I mean, the first chapter ends with them talking about how the town they're in is one of the only ones that actually has a day and night cycle, but it's all completely artificial. Yeah. Hehe, you did. No pressure, of course, to read it. It's just, I have all these stories in my head, and I just gotta put them somewhere. But so it's something that like then they end up interacting with humans. Anyway, there's a lot, like there's an age of like wizardry and sorcerers, Oh my gosh, wait, actually, let me... Just a second, I'll be back. Because I have to show Clip Studio Paint. Let me see if I can find it. I have a timeline. And I was wondering if it's here. It should be here. I think I've shown it before. No, if I'm gonna find it anywhere, it would probably be... We wait? Alright. I know I have it on my phone. Just a second. Oh wait, I can do it like this. No, that's something there. I just gotta go search. Going through Discord because I know I've sent it to one of my friends. Roll it back. Oh god, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it this way. Fuck! Alright. Back to the phone option. I'm gonna send it to myself. Yeah, so it goes over a span of a ton of different eras. And, like, it's really interesting to me to be able to explore this. Because what if there was a world that's constantly trying to seek equilibrium, something that is born out of pure destruction, felt with the faults and the ideals of somebody who is clearly insane? Oh god, I have too much art. Let me see. I feel like this music really suits the mood. Actually, while I do this, I'm bringing back... You guys can look at Locian's bald forehead. Because I have to go scroll through my phone to find it first and then send it to myself. Ugh. I have too much of my goddamn phone. Alright, maybe it's not in that? Maybe this is just a goose chase. Maybe I won't find it. It's on my laptop, I know. Yeah, I should probably just go back to drawing. It's gonna take me eons to finish this, so might as well just keep working on it. Unless? Oh, fuck. Where is it? It's somewhere. It drinks anti-dragon fire potion, anti-dragon shield? Hell yeah. That has to be like the #1 thing that we have to consume when we're hanging out around Locian. I mean, I haven't heard him sneeze before, but we always gotta be ready. The one time we get lax about not drinking that shit, it's over. Me when I die for the 15th time. The 18th time. Your art always looks like a dark storybook? Oh, thank you. That's really actually cool. That's an awesome compliment. Holy shit. Alright, so there's the horns. Where the fuck is the hair? Also, welcome back, Sula. Just a second. I'm pretty content with the horns, so I'm going to merge all of these layers. Horns. I'm gonna do left horn, and then I'm going to cut this one. I gotta start cutting these more. I gotta cut these into left and right. Oh god, I just realized... No, it's fine, I can be lazy about it. I was like, with Locian's horns, I should have cut them into 2 sections, the front part and the back part. feel like I need a visual novel in your art style. That'd be awesome. I feel like I've mentioned it before where I was considering making my lore into a visual novel. novel. You've been saying carton kisses? Oh my god, that's awesome. You need glasses? Well, hey, you should get glasses, then we can both have glasses together. Sola Megane era, when? Yeah, cutting them front and back might have been really happy. They would have been. Whatever, this can work. This is VTuber practice. This is not too serious. Also, I'm sure Lucian wouldn't mind. It's okay if he doesn't use this at all, even. Right horn, left arm, alright. God, he's so bald right now. He's fucked up hairline. Oh, it's receding so bad. Mega mind, literally. Actually, wait. I want to do something goofy. Where's the liquefy tool? I need to be a slightly fucked up too. I can delete the rows now. Wait. I'm gonna switch this one over. So one goes on the right. Bro is the knowledge. Wait, I wanna doodle. So like you can see, like there's like a little bits of his brain that you can see. Its brain is so big, its skull can't even contain it. Just the little squigglies I'm doing. Doesn't have to be too intricate. I just gotta be a little goofy with it. I think Lucian is still playing Stronova, so hopefully he doesn't see this, at least for a little bit. That's so stupid. It's fine, it's fine. This is fine. Alright. Now I got big brain Lucian to give me emotional support. You're looking all along. Lucian, new ability. Meteor forehead smash. Oh, that's so good. Alright, what is that folder even for? Alright. Select this. Okay, so this is front H horn hair. But I can hide that, and then I'll hide the face, and then I'll do the back of the hair. Sola, be very careful. Oh my gosh. I'll sneeze on you. just the levitating head. Can't get me. I'm immune against dragon magic for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, you are cooked. Then quickly, we gotta prepare another potion, Sola. I don't know why this is also really funny. Just receding hairline, and then also just a ponytail, just no body. All right, let me get rid of that head. Actually, I should hide all of this. What the fuck is this folder for? I don't even know. All right. There we go. Then I'm just going to shade with multiply. Hold anti-dragon fire shield nervously. Good luck, Sola. I'll cast a buff spell on you that increases your chance of deflecting fire magic. But I don't know if it'll work. Hides Pale Knight. Don't help him? Alright. I suppose. Retracts buff spell from Sola. Good luck, Sola. You're on your own. Alright, adding some more shade down here. I like doing this part of VTuber models because it reminds me of working or like holding doll wigs. And I like that. Why do you wear wigs? Why do you wear wigs? It's okay, Mettie. I've practiced incantations. I imagine it where it's like the anime, like with that, like a JoJo pose when they do that. They're like, huh. It's okay, Mettie. I've practiced incantations. But then, of course, with Sola's classic accent over it. Sola style version of saying that. Anime dub moment. I want to add maybe a little bit of highlights. Alright. Clip this. And then I actually want to do some extra shading up here. Oh, wait. Yeah, like up like this. I've done a RuneScape Slayer quest of over 100 black dragons. An extra one wouldn't hurt. I love the smugness in these. Truly an epic battle will commence. Alright, there's a little bit. Oh, wait, I gotta actually. I see. So, there's a little bit that I have not actually colored in this hair. Bring that down. Alright, that should be good. Back hair, top. Alright, that should be good. Ponytail. Multiply. Enhance. I'm using a bigger version of the rough wash brush because it can be nice to add in a bit more texture, and when you make a brush like this a bit bigger, it makes lines a lot more distinct and also makes the texture, of course, bigger. Alright, that should be good. I'm gonna switch to actually the... What the fuck? What is that? This like tiny white dot, alright. Multiple layers. Erase that. I'm gonna just go through erasing some stray lines. Alright, that should be good. Actually, I want to darken this line. coloring brush going over. The cute little emote, made that one. Isn't it cute, holding a little heart? I'm excited for when Twitch accepts the other emotes as well. I gotta start working on more of them. It's been interesting learning how to do emotes more, how to draw them and figure it out. Not very much used to chibi style, but it is fun. I'm really, really grateful though for, giving the cute little bats holding the heart. Emotes are fun, they are. The expressiveness they add to is really nice. There was a while where I used to use the messaging app Line a lot, and I used to love sending people stickers and finding like custom stickers that were really fun. However, oh my god, I have a ton that are just like, why the... People would always be like, Medi, where the fuck did you find this? But I like when they're goofy. Where's the head? There it is. What? Oh, it's this one. Delete that. I'll probably actually have to darken the back layers now that I'm looking at the front. Might be fine though. Bring forth the horns. Lucian without horns is kind of scary. Alright, where? God, there's so many layers. I've got to have like over 100 right now. Fuck. Oh wait, that's why. The face folder was closed. Alright. Bring back the horns. I have a friend that we send memes to each other to every day. It's been 6 years and we haven't said a word to each other? Oh my god, that's so good. That's the pinnacle of communication. Who needs to actually send sentences when you can just send memes? That's awesome. Every day too, that's quite a commitment. That's awesome. Alright, the face has like a little bit leaking out. No, not 6 years. I was supposed to write 6 months? Oh my god. Very, very different. Well, now that's prophecy. 6 years is crazy. My meme sending expires. I mean, every day for 6 years is crazy. There is a friend of mine. Actually, it was the woman I was considering marrying. We're just friends now. But we often don't know what to send each other, so we've been sending... We rarely ever, like, say anything. It's mostly just links. So, like, I'll send, like, a link to, like, oh, the cat video or this or, like, a meme. And so, I'm going through... We've been doing this now since 2015. Because they're like somebody who only really likes to talk in person too. So like I'll send pictures of my animals too, but like we rarely ever say a message, and going through, there's not much. Mostly just, not necessarily means with like video links or links to certain things, and we just, it's very interesting. No words need to be said to understand each other. Sometimes that is the case. And for them, I mean, she's always been somebody who just kind of like prefers just to be like very more quiet when it comes down to speaking. But it's nice. I kind of like it like this. I always think it's really cool all the different ways people can have relationships with each other. I'm very, very grateful to have her in my life. Alright, making the back of the hair a bit darker. Making it a little bit lighter. I made it too dark. It has to be darker towards the roots. Alright. I'm finding some things that I do not like about the hair and how I'm shading it. Alright. I'm going to need to go over this with Multiply. Is that a crescent earring? Yes. It's inspired off of... I'm going to actually put highlights on it better. Yeah, it's a crescent moon. Lucian's original design had a crescent moon dangling down, like, off of the choker that he wears. And I think that's nice. However, I thought it'd be just cooler if it was an earring. In fact, actually, I want to add a bit more design color to this. Mettie, you've been a part of D&D campaigns, right? What's your favorite moments? Oh my god, that's a good fucking question. I've played as a player, and I've also DM'd. My favorite moment recently that has happened in a D&D campaign was when one of my players was stupid enough to keep holding, and I mean this with love, like, it's part of their character too. One of the characters was dumb enough to keep holding on to a fucking cursed artifact to the point... Sola, you should play D&D. I'm grabbing you, we're playing D&D. I want to do a D&D stream and CC's already in the group. Yoink. Sola, I can, please, I need players. And so this character is like this mangy tabaxi, and he ends up like holding onto this cursed artifact for way too long because they're currently fighting against the main big bad is the worm that walks, which is a real D&D villain that's a demigod. And so they're filled with parasitic worms. So this is an artifact that is used to help remove them. However, it needs to have, like, there's an evil cursed rope around it. They have to figure out that it's actually, like, that's the curse, so they have to find a way to get it off. However, they did not fucking do that. Oh my god, it was so bad. Oh my god. I love my players to death, but holy shit. But he wouldn't fucking let go of them, and so I started with like, all right, your hand starts becoming more solid. Pain shoots through your hands, like Arnold is feeling this immense amount of pain. It starts going through him, and he can tell something is horribly wrong. Flashes keep appearing out of his mind of the worm that walks, and he's like, I'm gonna hold it in my left hand, I'm gonna really try and rip it off, or just kept failing these rolls to help fix it. And so now their arm is, like, it had to be amputated. I've had this character I want to do with a weapon that's a box. Depending on a roll, it determines how powerful the weapon it turns into. That's really cool. A shape-shifting weapon? That's awesome. You can definitely use that for our campaign. Wait, actually, let me write this down. Sola, I'm officially dragging you into my campaign. I want to know everybody's character ideas too, though, because I want to make it work. It's gonna be in the world of, like, the main world of D&D, like Faerun, which is like Baldur's Gate takes place in, the Neverwinter MMO, all those different things. Rolls a 1, stick. Hell yeah. All right, let me write notes. All right. $20 Pale Knight. Yeah, I can actually do that for you if you want. I can... High risk, high reward, literally. Because I can set up the information, too, that is needed for, like, a legendary weapon. Like, what would be the closest thing? Gotcha, but while battling? That is fucking awesome. Alright, writing that down. You can definitely play a character that does that. I just gotta make sure that I have the specs set up. I should message CC about that as well. Turns into a weapon based on a 1d6. 1d20, I mean, not 1d6. Hell yeah. That's so cool. Yeah, you can definitely play a character that has that. That's really, really good. When will the D&D stream be? I don't know. I have no clue. I just started designing it today. I'm like, get cooked. I believe in you. I believe in you, Sola. You'll be able to thrive. You'll win. And you can do a lot with this stick. You just gotta get creative with it. And guys, that's something too, Locian, is that I don't even have all the players assembled, and I don't even have a campaign properly set up. I have to, like... What do I need? Okay, so we're probably going to be playing D&D 5th edition. So what you need is an idea for the character and a character sheet, but I can help you guys with it. I gotta find out what players I'm gonna have. I want to see who wants to play as well. So far I have Cece and I have Yusola. Cotton was considering it a little bit. Locian, if you want to play, you can too. We can also ask more in the group, like for instance if Pedo or Eno wants to. So read up on D&D 5th edition if you want, but once I figure out who wants to play, I can figure out more about it and I can help walk you guys through. I can also help you guys make character sheets as well. I'm sure there's going to be more than just you who needs help with it, so yeah. And then I also have to make assets, figure out how I want to stream it, so it will be a bit, like probably at the earliest sometime in November, not anytime in October, but yeah. Yeah, that'll be really, really fun. I love D&D. I love being a DM. Welcome back, Sabrina. I'm actually making a character sheet for another campaign as we speak, instead of studying. Nice. You should study, though. Cotton, I understand procrastinating. You're gonna make a character sheet now? Hell yeah. Make sure to make your character level 1. Sounds so fun to make. It is. And let me know if you need any help. I can definitely put time aside. Stop spamming symbols? No, wait, just a second. I don't care about that. Just a fucking moment. Don't warn Cotton about that. Fuck you. Just a second. Chat moderation. Excess caps, excess emotes, excess symbols? No. Repetitions, disabled, excess caps, disabled, good. Okay. Now that should be good. Okay. No. It's good. What are you guys talking about? We're talking about D&D. Alright. Cotton, don't worry about the Nightbot. I turned that off. I don't like that it lectured you. You can use excessive symbols? No, that's nonsense. Yeah, but we were just talking about Dungeons and Dragons. And I want to make a campaign that I want to stream for it. So I was just talking about that because Sola is going to be one of the players. Carton got a roll. Oh my gosh. Cotton being called Carton is so funny. Something that was so fun I did maybe a few months ago was me and some other chatters in a stream were playing pretend D&D in chat while the streamer was busy for like 30 minutes. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. See, that's the beauty of D&D, is technically it can be anywhere, TTRPGs. Wait, can I join? I don't know if I can though. I'm kind of bad at D&D since I've only played after school with friends. I mean, I'm still trying to compile people, so we could potentially also have you in, Sabrina, as well. I'll have to see the lineup. We can also do some carton of milk. Huh? Is that your new name now, Cotton? Carton of milk? We can definitely see. I can definitely see if you can play too, Sabrina. I still gotta decide on how I want this to be. Yep, as gifted by Sola. Something too, though, is because it will be streamed, it's something that I need to make sure people are comfortable with being able to play D&D live and having that be also uploaded onto my YouTube. So if somebody is not going to be able to meet on schedule easy. It's alright, my character's weapon sucks below 4. That is true. It's gonna be a bit goofy with it, but it's definitely going to be something to be. Carton of kisses. Oh my gosh. Honestly, carton of kisses is very cute. Alright, I should separate these. So I just gotta make sure everybody is comfortable being streamed. Has to have a consistent schedule, like ideally once a week. If we can't do it once a week, then maybe once every 2 weeks, but it is something that it would be a campaign, so it'd be a commitment, something to do consistently, and then of course it would be broadcasted live, which can be, if you don't have, you know, confidence or you're worried about that, it can be difficult. So it's definitely something I want people to be cautious of to a certain extent. Alright, I want to give Locian like very, very slight lip gloss. He and CC are in the same time zone. She works evenings, I think, and I work day. Weekend is preferable. Alright, we can do weekend. Finding people too who works with that as well. Yassifying him. Yes, we are yassifying Locian. We are turning him into a K-pop idol. I don't want him to have like too much makeup because but I do want it to be a bit as he should be, king. Right, there's the upper lip, and then I also have to define the bottom lip, the end of it as well. Then I also have to make the mouth. Oh god. That's my least favorite thing when it comes down to making VTubers, is having to make the mouth. It's alright if I can't. To be honest, I don't mind just watching as well. Alright. It's gonna be a lot of logistics. It's gonna be a lot of trying to schedule things. So I know definitely we should probably aim for weekends though if we're considering CC. We're now fighting God. I rolled a 1 for my weapon gacha. Oh my god. Oh, I know, scheduling site. That could be helpful. Oh, that could be nice. I have a few people I want to ask. I don't know if Locian is still here or if he's still playing Strenova, but I definitely want to ask because I do believe he talked about wanting to try out D&D as well. We'll have to see. The interesting thing about working on VTuber models is trying to extend the mouth east. Or the mouth out, the bottom lip out, to the point that it's hidden by the top lip, but still has enough distinction. Alright, make the head slightly transparent because I'm gonna have to also add the flesh of the lips, that way it can hide the mouth. The flesh underneath. No, where's some of Locian's skin color I can grab? I should actually just put this up. Oh, fuck. Move the navigator down. No! God, there's a lot of lineage. There is. Lineage. Depending on the world. Yeah, we're doing Faerun. I must go now. Cobblemon calls. Lovely hanging out with you all as always. Thank you, Patches, for being here. It's always good hanging out. Could you decide Faerun? I can send you a wiki link. You know Baldur's Gate? So we're gonna probably be doing on the Sword Coast of Faerun. So there's a lot going on. I'll have to decide. I mean, honestly, I have the most material for Neverwinter. We should probably do Neverwinter. Okay, let me, okay. Here, let me pull up. Open new image. Oh my god, that's fucking huge. Alright. Just, this is a map of the Sword Coast. What lineage do I play? Half human, half lamb? Alright. Let me... So, I can add in homebrew, but there are some races that are already in D&D, right? And because they're in Faerun, there are some... Alright, D&D... I believe there was a goat race. I feel like... Let me see. There's the satyr, yep. D&D. Mordenkainen presents monsters of the multiverse. Let me see. Yeah, I feel like that'd be the best one. The one that Cotton sent. SAYTR. TMs I speak with will usually let you pick a race and then flavor it however you want. True. I look at D&D races. It's okay to look at homebrew ones as well. So this is the Sword Coast. This is Baldur's Gate, the town featured in the hit video games Baldur's Gate. Of course, this can change a lot. This is a huge area. Usually Neverwinter is to the north. There's the Spine of the World, and there's the Icewind Dales up here. Sorry for topic change? What do you mean? Topic change is fine, I don't care. We're talking about D&D. Different things. We just stopped playing Stranova. I'm not sure if I know how to play D&D. I don't mind watching you guys play. Well, I mean... I'm like teaching too. Because I'll be teaching Sola as well. I do not mind. It's fun teaching D&D. If you don't want to, Locian, that's okay too. However, if you would like to play D&D, I'm completely okay teaching. And then he started showing stuff on stream and I was like, don't want cheap leaves, don't have cheap leaves, don't want a beard, do you want a beard? Yeah, I can definitely change some stuff, but I think look at some D&D races, you can search things up. So yeah, this is the Sword Coast. There are some places along here as well, like Silver Moon is a place that is usually like mostly full of elves and humans, that is like very academic, it's very beautiful. But Neverwinter is really interesting. It's actually right next to a volcano called Mount Hotenow. And so it is always, despite being in the north, it is usually very warm, and so it actually has beautiful gardens. It's known for people who make fine goods and different things. However, there was a time when it ended up getting split open, and a large chunk of Neverwinter went into the ground, into what is called the Underdark, which are the caverns below the overworld in D&D. So I have the most stuff written for Neverwinter. Is my yes, I can make that happen. Sola, D&D rules are really helpful, and the races and the characters are very helpful for setting up a character, but you can have your weapon. I can have it for you. The thing is that what I'm gonna have to do is I'm going to make a custom weapon and I'm going to set up the D20, but yeah, we can definitely do that. Like, I think that's an awesome concept for a character. I can definitely let you have your weapon. I think having a D20 roll for it is really, really helpful. Yeah, but there's a lot that goes on in Neverwinter. It's really, really cool. But, oh my god, there's so much to go into when it comes down to Neverwinter. Let me open this up. I'm basically copying a concept from a character from Hunter and Hunter. Hell yeah. So this is like a map of Neverwinter. And this is like past, you know, things falling into the chasm. So, yeah. So this is in general a map of Neverwinter. There's where a district fell in to the ground. There's a lot going on. I'll go into more into specifics, but in general, it helps just to research more about Faerun, and I can send more resources as well. And there's some key terms that way if you want to search up more about it, but that's probably where I'll put it that way because I just have the most there that I can reuse or use actually at all. I mean, most of my players usually avoid it, so I have a ton of, you know, NPC names, concepts, a lot of different things going on. I just realized I never colored the little hoops Lothian has. Well, that just won't do. Alright, I'll make these silver. I'll make it actually more blue though. But I can go more into in specific usually. Before you have like a proper session of D&D, there's like a session 1 where everybody gets together and you just talk and discuss. MG, I hate forgetting to color earrings. It's difficult. It's hard to remember to color in everything. Kaito? I've never watched Hunter x Hunter. I've been recommended to. But I'm excited. I mean, that's something too, is that it's fun to play a character that's inspired off of a character you really enjoy too. Seriously love Hunter x Hunter to death and back. With how much you're going into D&D, never mind me playing, I might not be skilled enough. That's okay. I mean, that's something though, is that like, it's okay if you aren't skilled. And like, that's something too, the most important thing too, is your comfort. If you're worried about being skilled enough, that is okay. D&D requires some improv, some work, some understanding. I mean, that's something too, is that most of my players don't properly research Faerun either. That's cool too. It's just useful if your character is... Like, if your character has a high intelligence stat, it's usually good to be well read on different things. But I'm just really into D&D, but I've been playing it for a long time, but it's not that you need like a high level of understanding D&D. Like, I can teach it, no problem. But you do need to be able to have a good idea of what you want to do, and I can make it happen. A good DM is somebody who is able to make things happen for you, to be able to help players be able to mess around and have fun. Oh, right, that was right. I've totally forgot what I was trying to do. Making the face darker is not going to be a move. I'm gonna delete this. Andy, what's your favorite race and or class? What's the favorite character you've made? So, that's a good question. I finished the remake of fan art. Ooh! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see it. Let me know when you send it into the Discord, and I will definitely give it a look. I think my favorite race and or class? I mean, well, all right, I have a few answers for this. My favorite race, Drow. Hands down, Drow, which are dark elves. They live in the Underdark, mostly, of Faerun. They are my everything. There is a spider goddess they worship named Lolth, and a lot of them have very, very violent religion set up around it. And the reason why I love it is for a very specific reason, I suppose. Well, I've always loved Dark Elves even before I played D&D. But in this case, it's actually because one of my favorite series is actually the D&D books that follow the drow Dritsto Erden, who leaves, is born in Menzoberranzan in the north, in the Underdark, and then just has to, flee the Underdark and ends up, living on the surface and becoming, this legendary hero. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so well written. But I can fanboy over Dritsto Erden, and I do constantly. I don't know how to fix Lucian's hair, because I don't know if I want it to be kind of darker on the sides. But I love drow. When it comes down to class, when I was younger, I used to always play rogue. And then, but that was when I was annoying. When I was a delinquent, I was like, heh, yeah, of course I'm gonna play rogue. I don't play by the rules. However, now that I'm older, I said it even though I'm shy again. That's okay. I'm proud of you for sending it. It's okay to be shy. It's always nerve-wracking to send art. Oh, it's cute. I like it. Oh, and you even drew the pat on the shoulder. Well, that's so sweet, Sabrina. I love it. Thank you for sharing. Also, thank you, Satin, for the link to the scheduling site. Alright, favorite class now? I'm trying to think. I'm thinking about the different editions of D&D too, because they've changed a lot. If you asked me about 2nd edition, I'd say Ranger. Third edition onward, I think it's, I don't know about 3rd edition. 5th edition, which is the one I've mostly played, probably, maybe Paladin? I like Paladin. I think it's really fun to have repercussions for your actions and to actually consider the weight of a god. I think that has a really fun role-playing aspect, and it's really fun when you are able to properly feel like your prayer and your relationship to your god ultimately does affect your relationship to everything. I think that there is a weight to the vow you have that puts a lot more pressure on you. And especially if you have a DM who really thinks about it and really tries to consider it. Cleric and Paladin are really useful, really cool, because it can be a lot more punishing. You have to actually remember your faith. Not that I'm, for religion, it's just I like that in a role-playing aspect, you have to actually really, really consider your choices. I wish I felt more confident. I wish I could play with you guys. I don't know. That's okay. Sabrina, I'm going to be doing more campaigns. I'm going to be doing more D&D. I'll do more one-shots too. Even if this time you don't feel confident, that's okay, right? This is not the end of me playing D&D and also running campaigns. If you don't feel confident, you're too nervous to join this time, that's okay. You can watch, you can also learn, you can get an idea of how I run the game, how it goes, and then maybe next time, right? Don't worry too much about it. Even if not this time, the next. Maybe the time after that. If I roll a 10, I get a summoning item, Dragon Egg, and it summons Lucian. Wait, it would be really funny actually if by summoning Lucian you actually need to like text or like call Lucian and see if he picks up, and if he doesn't, like the Dragon Egg just like does not work at all. You just have the Dragon Egg that did not summon forth Lucian. Lucian, attack thy village. That'd be really funny. I don't get summoned like that. How would you want to get summoned? A chibi Lucian would be really cute that comes out. If not Dragonade, I'll drop an incantation scroll that summons Lucian. Hell yeah. Impudent humans. Axe proud. Lucian. I want you to play D&D with us so bad too. Of course I'm biased. But I mean, come on. A dragon playing D&D, that just makes sense. You're literally in the title. Dungeons and Dragons. Might as well just be Dungeons and Lucian. It's like it's made for you to play D&D. LMA, yeah, I love DNL. DNL. Damn, wow, I'm enjoying the Rizzo on. You should play D&D, you should play D&D, you should play D&D, you should play D&D. The fact that you haven't played D&D makes me want to play D&D even more. We gotta make you play D&D. And like, that's okay because like, there's gonna be other people who are going to be learning for the first time. I mean, like, Sola has never played D&D before. I wanna play D&D because I watch streams. Hell yeah. Can I raise you up? Okay, raise me up. You should play D&D. Role-playing and voice acting is the funniest. It is. It's so fun. Oh my gosh. It's so good. The problem with my experience with D&D is that I've only played once. When I did play it, a lot of the time, I didn't get my turn, or when I did, I would do crap. Going way too far into this. That's okay. I mean, it's you explaining that, that's not too far, right? That's good to know, right? That's the thing is, like, with D&D, the most important thing is to play with a good group. A good DM will make time for everybody. When you have too many players, it's going to be difficult. That's one thing that I do actually want to. At the most, 6 players for this campaign, no more. And ideally, 6 to 4 players is going to be it. It's okay. Sabrina, if I roll a 15, you'll get someone to fight for me? Oh my gosh. Sabrina being thrown on the spot. That's the thing is, like, D&D will take time to learn. Like, when I first played D&D, it did not go all that well. The person was it was their first time as a DM. There were way too many of us. It was a nightmare. And so it was something that was a lot of fun, but it had a lot of problems. And knowing what to do and how to figure it out, it's difficult. That's one of the reasons why, like, I'm really, really grateful that, like, the Baldur's Gate games exist. And especially Baldur's Gate 3 getting so popular is it's a really, really good idea to introduce people to the mechanics and the systems of the game. And when you don't have a good understanding of it, it can be very frustrating. It can be very, like, it can be hard to have fun, and it's very rough. God, when I first played D&D, some guy asked me to be his concubine in character. Icked me out so hard. Oh, God. What did you add, Cece? Oh my gosh. See, that's something too, is like, I definitely, any sort of like, you guys have to be very, very, like, I want people to be able to feel very, very comfortable. My bad. Cece's calling them a concubine? Oh my gosh. Because it can be fun playing with other characters and having them... Wait, just a second. Yeah, I'll need help with the character sheet, but that'll be for another time. I can get a buddying call and help figure it out. D&D takes a lot to kind of understand at first. Thank you, Solo, but along with my only experience is that when me and my group were defeating our hardest boss, and when I took my turn, I ended up just sitting in the background because I rolled a 1. I cried when I got home? Aww. Sabrina. That sucks. I think probably this time it'd be good for you to sit this out then, because I don't want you to be feeling distressed. And unfortunately, that's a huge part of playing D&D, is rolling horribly and doing very little damage and having your character get destroyed in a lot of ways. But I'm so sorry, Sabrina. That sucks. It's really, really frustrating when that happens. But feel free to watch, and if down the line you want to try playing, you are definitely free to join. I don't mind that at all. Gaining confidence and being a lot more comfortable with mess-ups and failures, that can happen through playing D&D. You can get better at, you know, messing up, but sometimes it can be too much. And D&D is something that where I want to make sure you're having fun. And hopefully next time. However, if you do become confident enough, it could be possible to also have you as a player as well. Oh, I wanted to ask, would you campaign be more story-focused, political-focused, or battle-focused? Or like mystery-focused, or WT-focused? It's going to be open exploration for you guys. I am going to do similar to what I did with my last campaign, because this is the most fun to do. I'm going to have you all live in the same town, and you are all going to be... I'm going to see what characters you want to do. Murder Hobo Party, if you guys want. But that's the thing, is that Neverwinter is going to be in a time of crisis. They're still repairing the walls done from the damage. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna do... Oh my gosh. But I'll go more into detail, but it's gonna be like you guys are trying to make money. There's a lot of different work you can do. You can help repair the city. There's political faction problems. There are like sewers. There's an underground to explore. If you guys don't want to stay in the city, you guys can explore outward as well. So there's going to be a lot of intrigue. There's going to be a lot of different problems going on, a lot of different quests, a lot of different things. So you guys can pretty much choose how you... I want it to feel very organic, so you guys can really get into character, figure out who you are more, and explore the town, the world. And so I want to see where you guys go, and I just have a lot listed. I don't like crowds. Somebody gotta put me in their bag. For some reason, when you say live in the same town, I imagine me walking around and sitting like Belle and Beauty and the Beast. That's awesome. You can do that if you want. Your character can do that. Homeg's soul in the bag of holding. I have become an item. Soul just like gets really, really small. That's something too is like, for instance, I want to see what Cece wants her character to be as well, because like maybe she wants to play like somebody who's more of a noble background, right? Maybe somebody wants to play as this background. Like it's so I want to see what you guys want, and then I can fine tune the location, the situation. Maybe you guys would just work together. Maybe you guys are co-workers. Maybe a incident happens. You guys just happen to be at the same place when the game begins. You know. So, we'll see. But I'm very much somebody that's open to explore whatever you guys want. I can do any. If you guys want to go political with it, explore some of the intrigue going on with Neverwinter, decide what faction to support or dismantle the city's government altogether, it's up to you. If you guys decide to just want to make a ton of money and then move to a better place, you can do that too. You guys are looking for very specific artifacts, you know. Anything you guys want. Of course, as long as it is, try and keep its streams safe, of course. You guys can get a little weird with it, but... Oh my gosh. I'm inside Carton's back, so I'll go where they go. It's just like, continue, alright. Accept this. I find it really funny that, like, Carton is holding a bag. Oh god, Cotton Kiss is holding a bag where Sola is. And then Sola inside that bag is holding a box that then turned into a weapon. There's a lot. This is beautiful. Yeah, you guys can definitely do that. Sola, I don't know what a Sola is carrying a suspiciously Sola-shaped bag. Oh my gosh. Cotton leaves the bag in the black market stall by accident. No. New quest. Get Sola back. Alright, I can already see some problems with the shading right here. I'm gonna have to go in and fix that. Where's the head? Alright, let me move over. Like that. Getting rid of a little bit of texture, but that's okay. In the back. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I kind of want Lucian to maybe have a bit more of a default smile. I don't know. It looks really somber right now. I put all the cookies in the bag with Sola. Now they're going to eat them all. The quest of trying to find out who's taking all the cookies. To be fair, the enemies would not see coming. If they defeat Cotton, I can just take over. But she was holding a rose, so cute. Yeah! Lucian's holding a rose. Oh, where did that come from? Oh, it's part of the neck there. Alright, we definitely need to erase that. Nice. Oh my god, shading takes so much time. I want to have like a shadow from the bangs on the face, but I don't know. Alright, now I see that a bit more of that skin is sticking out, so let me go to the left hand. Go in and erase that. There we go. Wait, should I separate the rose from the... Probably should. Alright. Actually, I'm only going to separate the rose top, like the petals itself. Go down. It's not that. Let's cut this. We can merge these two. And that's the rose. Nice. The rose is completely red. That's so cool. Hehe. I'm glad you like it. Oh, I wanted to make it kind of goth. Alright. Rose. Alright, so that's separate, and then I could also separate the leaves. I probably should. I mean, that would be cool. Alright. That's the interesting thing is, like, getting the line work done, for me, it's mostly just a sketch. And then when I go back into color, I do actually a lot more of, like, the cutting and deciding a lot more. Like that, maybe? I put so much fucking detail in these hands, dude. Why? I don't know. Right now, I can cut this petal. Snip. Move that up. Actually, where is the rose? There we go. Alright, that should be leaf. Rose, leaf, hands. I gotta erase some stuff, actually. Alright. Actually, just realized that this rose is bottom. Curve it like that. Alright, that should be better. Oh my gosh, I've only done the fucking head, neck, and the hands, and I'm fucking about to go crazy. Oh. I mean, I did just wake up, make tea, and then immediately go to this. Mettie is so artcore. Yeah. What? Just dropped my tablet. I got a drink. I made chai tea and I'm barely drinking it. Don't forget to drink, hydrate, stretch, get a snack. Oh my god, that was kind of painful. I need to hydrate. You do. You do. Honestly, all things considered, I probably should. I mean, I usually try and keep my streams about 3 hours. It's now 3 hours and 40 minutes. There's other things I should do. Other things I need to focus on. But, I mean, it's a pretty... I was gonna say it's a pretty good amount of progress, but I don't know. I've been chatting so much. I'm usually faster at art when I'm off stream, but I also like doing art streams because it's like the peak time to... It's like my version of like Satsudans or like just chatting streams. It's just me doing art. But yeah, I think I'll probably actually end stream here. I got a lot more to do. Now I actually know that I'm actually gonna be working on this campaign. So far we have Cotton, Sola, and Cece. I'll see if I can bully Losi into play, but I think probably he won't. Drinks all the water in Cotton's bag. No, Sola, you can't do that. Sola. But also, thank you everybody who has subbed today. Thank you to Lucian for gifting. Oh my gosh. First day as being affiliate and it's going pretty good. So thank you all so much. I'm sorry if any of you guys have actually been hit by the ads. I have a little pest with me. I'm excited for more chatting and more streams, and I'll continue this model later on, but I think my next stream I'll probably do is actually blueprints. But I hope to see you guys again next time. Bye bye, everybody.